Should we believe the hype?
What hype?
The hype about Booby Miles.
No, hype is something that's not real. I'm all real.
Okay, welcome back. You are now tuned in to the Believe No Hype podcast, where sports and entertainment meet culture and all hype gets put to the test. I'm your host, Malrizzo. I got my co-host, A7. My other co-host, CMB, is on the boards today. And make sure that you guys are following, liking, subscribing on all our platforms. And if you haven't right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
How many subscribers are we at?
I don't know.
Probably a couple.
It's definitely a couple, definitely a handful, but we want to definitely get some more.
We got to get a few to a many, something like that.
Exactly. But
now tuned into the month greatest.
Let's jump into this week. Quick little NFL recap for you. Thursday night football, pretty good game. Rams and 49ers. I was saying to CMB on Thursday, I like watching Amazon Prime. They have a little I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna call it Prime Vision if that's not what it's called.
I think it is
Prime Vision. But it's a different angle. Shows you a couple analytics. Shows you the plays from almost like a Madden type view. I liked it. It was pretty cool. And I enjoy it. I think some other broadcasts should implement that into it just to get it make it a little more entertaining.
Yeah, let's get these broadcasts to get a little more experimental with the shots and what
Sure.
it is that they're telling us. I thought the whole point of like having a broadcast and showing the stuff on TV was not just to entertain, but also to educate.
Yes.
You know, so like that Prime Vision, when you get to see the routes and they're telling you that guy comes on and he's like, oh, they ran this route like 11 times, 22 times or whatever out of this formation. This formation means this. It's kind of fire. So Amazon is really like, I think, pushing the limits there. Or pushing
and if you're a gambler, it's probably good too.
It's phenomenal for that.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal for that. So it was dope. But for that Thursday night,
yeah,
I'm starting to become a little bit kind of like the Rams a little bit.
I was going to say almost not the opposite. I do like the Rams, but I was impressed by what the 49ers were able to do with a banged up roster.
Facts.
They went out there with Mac Jones as their starting quarterback. Kendrick Bourne was the number one receiver.
Moxie.
A lot of moxie.
Yeah,
I was saying,
who's got moxie?
Mac Jones.
Oh yeah,
Mac Jones earned himself a lot of money, even if he doesn't play again for the rest of the season. I mean, that almost probably benefits him if he doesn't play again.
Yeah,
what he put on tape so far has been great. And he definitely made himself some Daniel Jones, at least some Daniel Jones type money.
Yeah, for somebody.
He'll get a 2-3 year deal.
He'll get about $20 million next year. He'll get about $20 million for a minimum.
Listen, he'll get $20 million. Go to the Bengals. They'll take him right now if they could.
They got Flacco, right?
Yeah, but well, I mean,
he's got Flacco.
You know,
just got Flacco.
And we'll talk about that later. But it's Mac Jones is getting beat up. He's somehow found a way.
This is who is missing. No Ricky Pearsall, no Juwan Jennings, no Kittle. Christian McCaffrey was there. And Christian McCaffrey's starting to look like the old Christian McCaffrey. He's catching the ball out of the backfield. He's running the ball. He's averaging over 100 yards a game, total
from scrimmage.
Yeah, from scrimmage. He's starting to look like MVP.
He's looking good.
Christian McCaffrey again. I think what's his face? Brock Purdy comes back this week though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps them or hurts them, but they were playing inspired football with Mac Jones because he had Kendrick Bourne as his boy. They played together at the Patriots.
Yeah.
He was feeding him. I think he had 10 catches.
He did.
It's the NFL. Brock Purdy looks shaky. He's out.
No way.
No, I think they gave him $60 million.
It's the NFL, bro.
He's getting $60
NFL.
million, bro.
Yeah, it's the NFL, but we know Shanahan, bro. He's not just gonna bail on it. He just paid. Shanahan doesn't like to pay nobody. So if he paid somebody, that means he's gonna stick with that.
And we got Puka Nacua out there cooking.
On the other side,
he's a what?
He's a baller.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
he's absolute
unreal.
baller.
It's unreal. Like yak, like everything.
Oh, he can run block.
Yep.
He helps in everything.
He just loves football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's one of these guys that comes out.
You saying he loves watch LeBron highlights?
Yeah, he loves to watch LeBron highlights and see.
He's big enough to play pro football, and a lot of receivers aren't big enough.
I think he was a hooper too.
So he doesn't get beat up. Like he's a big dude.
No.
Like you got Devontae Smith at fucking 5'9".
Yeah, he's skinny.
Yeah,
150, 160.
Yeah, he's like one of these Amon-Ra St. Brown, Antoine. What's that guy's name? Hines Ward type. Like he's one of these
way
Debo.
Better than Hines Ward.
Yeah, he's better, but I'm just saying like size wise, like he's just one of these guys that likes to mix it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Likes to mix it up.
And
but you can say like DK. Like
is he Samoan?
Bro, DK's like that.
Is he Samoan? Nacua's got it. I mean, Puka. His name is Puka, bro.
Racist. Okay.
I'm just saying. Puka Nacua, my boy.
We support our Samoan brothers.
First search with Puka Nacua, is Puka Nacua. The first one that comes up is Puka Nacua Mormon.
Mormon.
Well, he went to BYU, right?
Let's see.
I think he went to. I'm pretty sure he went to BYU. That's a common BYU question.
He played for BYU.
I don't think you have to be a Mormon, but you have to act as a Mormon while you're there.
Dude, I think you have to convert.
I think you might.
You
I
have
think,
to,
but
you have
once
to do
you
one
leave,
year. You have
yeah,
to do
you
one year
missionary.
of missionary.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
you sit out a year no matter
That's
what.
tough.
Yeah,
that's
that's
tough.
I think a lot of guys
Because when they
like that.
graduate though, they're like
But
24,
a lot of guys,
25. They have
yeah,
families,
but
they
they
have
like
wives.
that at BYU because those
Yeah.
starters are 23, 24.
Yeah.
Puka's like
The kid now is wearing number 47. I thought that was pretty.
Oh, that was
He's kind of
fire.
good too.
He's kinda
That
good.
was
He's kinda
fire.
good. They're ranked now.
Yeah, I mean they were ranked 25. I think when they were playing Colorado. No.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
they
so.
were.
I
Yeah,
think so.
that's BYU we were talking about.
Let's jump into some other games that had.
But
this.
real quick,
Go ahead.
they ended up. Oh my bad. They ended up winning, right?
Who's that?
The 49ers.
49ers won that game. Yes.
Puka is small,
Nice. Which is
Yeah, Samoa?
yeah.
Oh, that mean
big dude.
there you go.
yeah. Which kind of but that kind of led to the theatrics even more of the Thursday night football, which was we didn't expect Mac Jones to go out there with a bunch of backups and
No, nobody had them.
Yeah.
Nobody had them winning that game though.
I don't know about that. I mean, the dude showed up in a suit that was half.
Yeah, they
black,
said that.
half
That's why I knew they
red.
were gonna win.
Yeah, I was like, dude, if
he
you're
came dressed like
if you're
that.
a backup quarterback is showing up to the
Yeah.
show, it's
Yeah.
it's all eyes on you Thursday night, and you show up like that. The team is gonna smile in the locker room and say, "We're about to ball tonight."
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
care
this is
who
a guy
we
they
got,
thought was going to be a
we're gonna
franchise
go.
quarterback after Tom Brady in New England. I know
That's
they had
true.
Cam Newton in there, but
Bro, he's been around some
Nick
guys.
Saban,
he's been around
Bill
some
Belichick,
guys.
he's
been around
got some
guys.
poise. He knows what to do.
Yep.
But after Thursday, I would definitely say 49ers are for real. The Rams are for real, and that's a really deep division in
I'm
my
saying the Bengals are going to be talked about now. You have Joe Flacco at the helm. I'm telling you, he's going to turn. Watch
Well,
what he does
speaking
with this
of
offense.
Joe Flacco,
Watch what he does with
the
this
Browns now starting Dillon Gabriel. They played the Vikings. I mean, he wasn't
What'd you think?
terrible, but he wasn't good. He wasn't great.
No,
You know what I mean? He managed the
he
game.
doesn't want to turn over the ball.
It was close. He doesn't want, and you can't play scary football in the NFL. Apparently, they're talking him up as he's a film guy. He's an early riser in there. He knows everything. Doesn't make mistakes. But if that's the type of guy you have, if that's what he is, let him get out there. Let him sling it. Don't be afraid.
But I hate when when the coach protects the quarterback in the game. He didn't even allow him to have a play where he can go kind of
Exactly.
rogue. And then they finish that off by saying, "We told you he was good." It was like, okay, first of all, no one's got film on this guy. It's his first time ever starting. So you can scheme up a defensive plan for him so that he doesn't have to worry about doing anything heroic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got Quinshawn out here running the crazy
Junkins.
runner.
Yeah.
Crazy runner.
He's pretty good.
Crazy runner. I mean, I like his style. And then
They have
like
a good defense. They have
Right.
elite defense.
but like
Yeah,
200
they're-
yards, what did he have a touchdown? 200 yards and a touchdown is not enough for me.
Who? Gabriel?
Gabriel, I don't even think he had
even think
that.
he had
I think he had
200 yards.
160. I think he had 160 in a
I
touchdown.
don't even know if he had 200 yards, to be honest with
He
you.
had one touchdown to Fannin, which was just a little flat. So it's like they're kind of setting.
Njoku. He had Njoku.
Or
He has
Njoku, that's who it was. Njoku.
He has a really good offense.
Yeah.
Like his tight ends, both of
Yeah,
his
the tight ends, yeah.
Yeah.
That rookie's really
Fannin.
good.
Fannin.
Fannin. He looks like a creative player.
Yeah.
But like the throws he was making was like into double coverage.
A lot of
and-
high throws.
Yeah,
A lot of high
but
throws.
you could tell like he's reading it, but slowly his throws
Just-
are off.
He may have the mind, but what if you just can't execute?
Right.
Game
You know what I
day.
mean?
In
Right.
practice, you could look great,
Right.
but in game,
And that's not me trying to say I want to see him fail.
No, I don't
Right.
wanna see him
It's
fail
just,
at all.
It's just saying
everybody.
It's
succeed,
just
but-
saying I just don't see the it that maybe his coaches are seeing. That's
Well,
all.
I think that they saw the Giants put Dart out there and got a spark, and they were like, well, if the Giants did it, we're playing the same position as the Giants. Let's just throw our guy out there.
Dart
maybe
is
they'll get a
6'2",
spark.
220.
If they really wanted a spark, they would have put Shador out there.
Right.
Dillon Gabriel's 5'9".
Right.
Come on, man. Like,
Yeah. I mean, eventually Shador's got to be the guy.
But they
Or
got
get a chance at least, just
Yeah.
get a chance.
but they got the win, right?
No, the Vikings won.
Oh, the Vikings won that
Yeah,
game.
Vikings won.
Oh, okay.
The Vikings are a dangerous
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
team.
The Vikings are dangerous. Vikings are dangerous.
Vikings won, but because of what they assumed was a decent enough job. I mean, Joe Flacco. They in their mind they probably feel like Joe Flacco would have put up the same stat line. So they're just like, look, we're gonna go with Dillon.
Yeah.
They got a call from the Bengals. I heard that it's not that they wanted to trade him. That the Bengals called. It was a good enough deal, and it was an Andrew Berry decision. It was not a Kevin Stefanski decision. So Kevin Stefanski seemed like he wasn't really, not that he wasn't happy about it, but
You're talking about a
Force his hand.
franchise that in the last 30 years have fucked up one position consistently,
Yeah,
and
they
that's the
can't.
quarterback.
They can't.
Ruined careers.
They can't
Guys go to
handle that.
other teams and have good careers. Look at Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Like right
MVP Baker.
now. Like MVP Baker.
I mean, listen, Baker Mayfield's playing like a top 5 quarterback right now.
I mean,
So why would you trust anything they do right now?
right.
All Shador needs is to get some game film.
All he
and
needs to
the
do is get
fuck
out of Cleveland, probably.
And get the fuck out. Get some game film though.
I mean, Marcus Spears was saying, like, if Shador was your third string quarterback, why wasn't he the person that got traded? It's
Yeah.
like, give him an opportunity to go somewhere else. And
Probably not a lot of teams were interested.
that's why I think the truth. I think that's the
Yeah.
true. Not that they're not interested, but they don't want to deal. They know what comes with it. He has to play.
Also,
Yeah.
if you trade for
It's like,
Shador,
how well can he play with not knowing whatever system he's about to walk?
right? And if you trade for him, you're now committing to say like this is going to be our reset or our rebuild or our new thing, like and
Exactly.
they've already
Or you're gonna get forced into doing
and,
that.
and they've already started the season, so it's like what team is like the Bengals can't get him, like the Raiders can't get him, like
What was Gabriel, 3rd round pick?
I think so.
yeah,
So
something like
he's
that.
a 3rd round pick. You
Gotta
gotta
play
play
him.
him.
Yeah,
You
gotta
play him.
Yeah.
We had a couple of firsts this week. We had some first wins and some first losses. Saints and the Titans pick up their first wins. Meanwhile, the Bills and the Eagles take their first losses. Let's jump into some Eagles. They finally fell. They fell to the Denver Broncos. I believe you called that one too.
That one too.
They seem to
was a good
be
call.
having a little internal panic. It sounds like. And we said that they were winning close games. They were winning one score or less. And apparently, I think on Monday night, Saquon, Jalen, and AJ had a little meeting to talk about offensive struggles. And it's just like, here's your offensive struggle. Fucking give Saquon the football, run the football, convert on 3rd down, do your little tush push.
Give it to AJ.
Throw the ball to AJ.
Throw the ball to AJ. The problem is Jalen Hurts just can't.
Jalen Hurts, you can do whatever you want. You won a Super Bowl already. You can throw 40 interceptions this year. No one can really say.
Yeah.
I know that, and if he's listening to the hype of everyone's like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts not top," I don't think he's the type of guy
Take
that
chances. Take chances.
I think he's checked out on that stuff. I don't think he's listening to that. But if he's playing conservative, he's always been pretty conservative. But if he's doing it now because people are like, "Oh, bro, just let it loose."
Let it loose, bro. Because you
Let it
can,
loose.
like you said, you can throw. You're basically Peyton Manning at this point.
Yeah.
Remember, Peyton
He
threw
won
how
a
many
Super Bowl.
picks in his rookie year?
Yeah.
28.
And you're at the point where you want a chip. You have a great team.
Yeah.
Throw the ball downfield. Get the ball to your star players. If you throw 3 picks in the game, who the fuck cares? You have a great defense, a great.
But you don't even
offensive
have
line.
to do much because you have a fucking all-world running back.
Yeah.
So
with a
hand the
great-
ball off.
Who they have not been giving the ball to, like
They
let's
haven't
be
been
honest.
feeding
It's
them,
been recent. It's
but
just been recent.
Yeah.
It's just been
but
recent.
let's take a look back at last year. They did
Exactly.
not overfeed him the ball. They took care of him. They made sure he stayed healthy
Yeah,
throughout
yeah.
the season.
And
He's
that-
a little banged up too this week, but he is going to play tomorrow. They
And
said.
that was about to be my point. If you compare this to last season, around the same exact time, they said the same thing. AJ Brown's not getting the ball.
Yep.
He doesn't know how to push the
He's
thing
checked
downfield.
out. He's checking
checked
out.
Right. The only difference was Saquon was running crazy.
The only difference is he's not reading books on the sideline.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. But I just think this is par for the course for the Eagles, which is they always start slow like this. They always can't figure it out. They got to do this, whatever, yada yada,
Yeah.
and then somehow they come together like a Disney movie.
Well, they got a year of
Figure it
film.
out.
I mean,
Right.
everybody saw.
And they were
their
missing
film.
a couple linebackers. N'Kobe Dean's going to
Yeah.
play
Right.
tomorrow, so he's back. He's I think he's their middle linebacker. So it's having him there that helps them a little defensively. I think always like it starts defensively, right? If you can play well defensively and you can move the ball, then you'll probably be all right.
And they also played the Broncos, bro, who
They're tough. They're scrappy,
they're
but they're
good.
inconsistent.
I was about to say the opposite. I was gonna say like
Pretty inconsistent to me. Even last year, they could have been they could have made a deeper run if they were a little more consistent. Obviously, they had a rookie quarterback.
yeah.
But even now, he's not playing like lights out football.
No, but he's playing good football. He's not
I mean,
playing
yeah.
like I'm not
He's
sitting
playing,
here.
he played decent football.
I'm not sitting here saying
Not bad. I don't think I have nothing bad to say about both names.
yeah, like when you look at the team, you're not like, oh, they need a new quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
No,
figuring
no,
it
not
out,
at all,
and they
not at
don't
all.
really have any star skill players either. Like they're running around.
Cortland Sutton is their
Right,
I think is their star.
is their star guy.
guy.
You know, and it's like okay, like their running back situation's okay. You know, the receivers,
J.K. Dobbins.
right? J.K. Dobbins is great. Like he's playing great, but he's
Yeah.
you know he's
I
one of
think
those
he'll
guys
back.
who always gets hurt. So it's like
Yeah.
you know they're playing good football right now. They're playing scrappy football, and there's like a high floor for them, even though there might not be a high ceiling.
Mm.
And I just felt like it just seemed like the Eagles still didn't figure it out yet, and it
It's
was
early
it was
still.
prime-
I
it was
know
prime.
it's week 5, but it's still early. And I think the teams like that, Eagles, Chiefs, they can afford to take the losses early.
Yeah,
And because as long as you're playing good, when December comes, January comes, that's all that matters.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only team that can't really take too many more of these losses though is that team you just mentioned,
Who's that?
the freaking Chiefs, bro.
Yeah.
They're stacking way too many.
Listen,
Way too many. What are they going to go on an 11-game win streak?
Yeah, bro.
Come on now.
what are they 2-3 now?
Yeah, a 1-4, right?
1-4.
1-4.
And their win is against the
Wow.
Giants, bro.
Yeah.
If they're 1-4, that's a problem.
Bro,
for them.
I think they're
And-
1-4. Like double check me on that, but I'm
if
pretty
they're
sure the Chiefs are
1-4, that's a
1-4,
problem
bro.
for them, and they probably should be worrying.
and they're losing these like weird
It
like.
might be 2-3. I feel like they gotta be 2-3. If they're 1-4, that's terrible.
Double check. Even if they're 2-3, that's tough.
I mean, it's tough, but
tough
2
situation.
and 3, 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2-3.
2-3 with a
is
tough
doable.
schedule coming up.
The
Yeah, but
Chargers,
they said
they're in
that-
the same division.
They
Chargers.
said
and
last year the
Broncos.
third game they lost was the Super Bowl. So think about that. The last year they only lost 3 games, and the third one was the Super Bowl. They've lost 3 games already in Week 5.
Here's what I'll say.
So
They looked better against the Jaguars, but they still look like they don't have. It still looks like Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce. It still looks like those are the only 2 people on offense that know how to play.
Well,
Everyone
since-
else, bro.
Well, since we're going to jump into the Jags-Chiefs game, I mean, a lot of people thought that was, I mean, you said it yourself. You thought it was like a rigged finish.
Right.
I don't know if you think the whole game was rigged or if you just thought the finish was, but a lot of people were screaming the same thing. That last drive was a little wonky. The last play, Trevor Lawrence literally falls down and is able to get back up and rush the goal line. Chris Jones does nothing.
The only way the NFL controls games is with the refs.
But the refs are the ones calling these random like.
Or
how-
the bigger conspiracy, the players got to be in on it. That's a huge conspiracy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That takes a lot of acting in this.
Yeah,
at
no
that
way.
point.
It's just with these oddly timed pass interferences when they're not around the play.
I've
right?
seen people break
Right.
their arms and legs in
There
gruesome
is-
ways. It's not fake.
Right.
It's holding on every single play. You
Right.
can call it
Referees.
whenever you want it.
It's so
Whenever
interesting.
When
you
it's
want.
convenient, for
When it's
sure.
convenient.
And then on like the kickoffs, you're gonna call like a holding play that holding on a player who's not even like there, not even close to making the tackle. It's just
Yeah,
like it's like in
weird.
it's like in soccer. Like if you like do a penalty or something like that, but the ball is still in. What do they call it? Like let's say they do a penalty on you, but you keep possession of the ball,
Mhm.
so they don't call the whistle or whatever. I feel like that's what they should do. Like if it's
Continuation. of play.
continuation of play. Like if it's nowhere near the ball, like why are we like,
Yeah, why are we going crazy?
especially
about
on
it?
special teams,
Bro,
like
when there's defensive holding and the defensive back is on one side of the field and he gets thrown to the other side of the field, it's like
Yeah.
I get it. Maybe he could be a little more open, but like
Mm.
by the time the ball was getting ready to be thrown,
Right.
the quarterback's not even looking to that
But
side.
there's a lot. There's like places where guys are getting tackled before the ball even gets there, and
and then
not
nothing
calling
happens.
pass
And then
interference.
nothing happens.
So
So it's so
it's-
interesting when they
yeah.
decide to call it. And it's like I know typically everyone's like, oh, like they want to call the game for the Chiefs. Always that's the conspiracy that they're calling the game for the Chiefs. And it kind of seemed that way early on, but it just felt as if like Vegas was like, oh, the Chiefs are going to come back and do what the Chiefs do. So everyone put their money on Patrick
they
Mahomes.
said the swing was $19 million.
That's what I'm saying.
that
like-
went to Vegas
That's what I'm saying. Because we all know 23
because everybody
seconds.
was spamming the Chiefs,
That's what I'm saying.
but not at the end of the game, but just
in
general.
general, because
People were spamming
we've
the
all
Chiefs.
seen that story before. The Chiefs are
I
down.
just think
But before the
Chiefs,
comeback,
Jags.
When I was watching that game before the comeback, I was in my mind. I was like, if I'm a gambling man, I'm putting all my money on the Jags right now to come back and win this. Like just by the demeanor of like Chris Jones on defense.
Yeah, Chris
and
Jones is
fucking Drew. Like, bro, I feel like Drew Tranquil sometimes.
Yeah.
I go to the gym and I'm like, I'm Drew Tranquil right now, bro. They look sad. So I was
Yeah.
like, this team is defeated
They're
already.
fatigued,
They
probably.
just look over it.
They
But
go to the
there's-
Super Bowl every year. and they're
Every
like,
year.
they're fatigued. They gotta.
You don't have a Tom Brady behind you and a Bill Belichick in front of you in meeting rooms. Like, be
Screaming.
rating
Right.
a
So-
Hall of Fame.
But I don't
player.
think
So
that.
that was
I don't
my
think that's not their style though.
But when Bieniemy was there, it was their style.
Yeah,
Bieniemy used to
yeah. Bieniemy
rip
was
his
a
mothers,
That's
bro.
true.
He used to be, you know what I'm saying? And like Mahomes still is Mahomes. Like if you watch the
he
Chiefs,
makes
you
plays.
know that he makes plays. Like that's what it is.
He's trying.
Because even with 23 seconds left, if Hollywood Brown is looking at for the football, which I don't know why you're not even looking for the ball in the fourth quarter with 23 seconds left. I don't know why you're looking someplace else. Like look there. If they complete that, that's 20 yards up the field. If they complete that other one, that's 40 yards up the field, and now they're in field goal range.
Mm.
And like it's a whole different game.
Yeah.
And it's just like you can just tell that there's guys on that team, like you said, who just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
They're tired, or they feel like, oh, like Mahomes has got me. And it makes me understand Bill now on why Belichick used to freaking just bench running backs and wide receivers left and right, because he's like,
I don't
listen,
agree with that always.
I know what you're saying, but
Sometimes it's out of ego. It's not out of they were a bad football player.
I understand. So it eventually gets to out of ego, but I think sometimes people
Like
look at
Keon
Tom
Coleman.
He's
Brady.
the best pro football fucking coach of all time.
Right.
So
Yeah, but,
whatever
like, think
model
about-
he has fucking works.
Not, but
Especially
not
with
even that. But think about that's Bill Belichick. That's one thing. But it's like, all right, look in the opening drive of the Bills game, they benched Keon Coleman,
Right.
and it's like for team violation team. That's like, bro, these are grown ass men. Knock that shit off. It's not college. Like
I feel you, but like
can't over discipline these people because then they'll check out and then the next thing you know they want to trade and they don't want to resign and then you're fucking rebuild. It's like, bro, you got to be careful with these personalities and shit like that.
That's true.
Like you get like, okay, you can bench a fucking Jonas Gray or whatever fucking his name was here for Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
But like you can't be benching like, you know, you can't bench a Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That was like
Made
way
bad
too much.
decisions before. So that shit doesn't always
I just feel like they got to do something in that Chiefs locker room to make the other guys around Patrick Mahomes feel the same amount of urgency. And it doesn't feel like they have urgency. It feels like you said. It feels like they're like, oh well, you know, our third loss will come in the Super Bowl if we like keep, you know, just keep it up as long as we have Patrick Mahomes. So I feel like they got
the league has parity. Like
Bro,
eventually people are gonna catch up to you.
Andy Reid is a top 5 coach of all time,
Yes,
bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of all
Yeah,
time.
They'll figure it out.
Exactly.
They'll figure it out.
They may not be the number 1 seed, but they'll make the playoffs.
They'll figure it out.
They'll make the playoffs. A team that's probably not gonna make the playoffs is our beloved New York Giants. They lost to the Saints. They're starting to battle injuries.
Did you guys check that game out?
costly mistakes. I did watch that game.
Yeah.
You know what? They started out very promising.
Yeah.
You know, loving the dart. He's loving the connection with his boy Theo.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're bros off the field too. So you could definitely see that he's going. If he doesn't know anybody else, he's going to spam him. That'd be like one of us, like playing.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to feed your boy. So I mean, good outlook for Theo. But yeah, they got to figure it out. They haven't picked up a wide receiver. We were talking about that earlier. They needed a wide receiver when they had Neighbors.
Yeah.
So now they have no Neighbors. Slay's out. Who knows how long that's going to be. They do get Tyron Tracy back this week. I don't know how much that helps because now you've been leaning on Bo Scatterboot. Do you want to Cam Scatterboot? I don't know if you want to take him out of rhythm. You know what I'm saying, by swapping backs and I don't know how that works out for them. But all I know is they got to figure something out, or they got to stop acting like they're not going to try because this is it for Brian Daboll.
Well,
Yeah.
Singletary gets yelled at every time he gets on the field. So there's something going on with like him and I don't know who,
Yeah.
the offensive coordinator,
Trade
Dable, something's going on there.
Trade him.
Valuable guy.
Yeah, trade him.
And the other thing is like, look, we had promising guys in the practice squad look really good in preseason, make plays after the catch, and we're like, okay, this guy can not only get open but make
Yeah.
plays with the ball.
Yeah.
We're not bringing any of them.
We
up.
know the Saints aren't that good.
Hodgins, who caught a touchdown, key touchdown pass
Yeah.
in the playoffs, in our playoff season with Daniel Jones, he's still floating out there.
Yeah.
We
He's
can bring
on
him
the
in.
practice squad.
And then Treylon Burks from fucking the Titans got released.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
true.
but make a trade for you.
Do something.
Go get Jerry Judy.
Yeah,
Something.
exactly.
Something.
Get
Somebody
There's
that
so much
might
out
be.
there. OBJ.
Well, that could be a thing. OBJ, he's currently about to serve a suspension for a PED violation.
What, 6 games, 5
What'd
games?
you say he said?
He says that he asked what PEDs he specifically fell for because he's like, I didn't knowingly take anything. Could you tell me? And he says that the league told him, and I quote, "Your testosterone levels are too high," according to OBJ. So that's what the league told him, which I do think. I mean, there could be many reasons other than doping that your testosterone. I mean, it could just be naturally higher than the average person. It could have had his adrenaline could have just been.
But
high.
they probably
I
had
don't
his
know.
levels from before that.
That's
Yeah.
true. I mean, he says he's been getting tested for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, but if he,
And who does it?
It could be
USADA?
fasting.
USADA
but
does
sometimes
it?
but sometimes you could eat a bad piece of meat. They say
I was gonna say if USADA does
steroid
it,
meat.
USADA does
Probably USADA.
such hardcore testing that
Who is
He
USADA?
said he gets tested everywhere except for when he's overseas.
USADA does the Olympics.
Yeah, in
Oh.
boxing.
So they're like the
It's like a doping?
third party anti-doping
PEDs.
agency. For
Okay.
PEDs. But what they do is they test so deeply that if you like Mal said, if you get a tainted like a pre-workout from a non-tested lab, like anybody can make a pre-workout and put it on the shelf. in this country.
Yep.
If that shit has like any type of
Because they'll put that stuff in that stuff,
exactly,
and it's not on the label.
where like you
Right.
got guys like Brian Cushing, who people were saying he was taking
Oh, yeah.
steroids in high school
Yeah. I know
Into
people that went to
USC.
high school with them.
from USC into the NFL.
Yeah.
And then you have other guys who you're like, okay, Adrian Peterson recovers from a torn ACL and
Yeah.
runs for how many yards?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
2000.
human growth hormone.
And that's
right
what he was
there.
saying. He was like, "Well, why didn't I take PEDs when I tore my ACL?" Like he's like, "If you look at me, I don't look like I'm taking like the PEDs you're
Yeah.
giving me. I'm a skinny guy."
So he could have. So they test so hard. He could have had a tainted supplement, and it's so minute, little bit of a hint that tweaked his testosterone that they're like, oh, it hit. So he could have taken a GNC supplement.
Yeah.
and it got him.
Have been tainted.
they try to blackball that man for
Well,
us.
who
I would
knows?
love to see if he does come back. Like that could be the team that was interested in him and causing him to serve the suspension so that he can sign in 6 weeks.
Yeah. It just seems like a lot of these teams that are getting hurt and have needs are not making any moves. Like the Giants being one of them, the Bengals being another one of them.
I mean, the Bengals made their
Slow
move.
move.
They
Yeah, but they did
slow
like a
to find him.
dumbass move. Like they made the move, so it counts. But
Because
it
I think
seems like
they
teams are
think
moving slowly.
Burrow's coming back, so they're like, we don't
Yeah.
need to get like
We need a Band-Aid.
we just need a band.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's just interesting. It's just interesting to watch because
We don't need Mariota. We need
Yeah.
Another person that is out there is Anthony Richardson. I don't know how good he is to certain teams, but he's available. The Colts,
I think you'd
rolling
rather have
again.
Mariota.
Yeah, for sure.
You
Sure.
know.
But I just know that Richardson is available, I believe.
They
And
put him
Daniel
out
Jones,
as available.
I think so, about a week ago. And Daniel Jones is balling. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna ride with this Daniel Jones thing. They may ride with Daniel Jones as a franchise quarterback after the season if he continues the way that he's been playing.
yeah,
I mean, they're out here calling him Daniel Indiana Jones.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He said when he went to the Vikings, he was like,
Smacked the
it was
Raiders.
great for my career because I got to see what like an aggressive offensive coordinator felt like and what a guy who wanted to take chances felt like. So now it sounds like the problem is with the offense.
yeah.
It was a
in New
mindset,
York.
and it's hard to play out here. It's hard
It
to
is.
play out here. But yeah, let's move on to another game that took place in our beloved home state. We had the Cowboys coming to visit the Jets, and that one went exactly how you guys think it would have went. You know,
How'd it
you got one high level pretender that would be the Cowboys,
Okay.
and then you have a low level pretender that would be the New York Jets. Okay, and here's why they are such. The Cowboys are a high level pretender because they can make the playoffs sometimes,
Right.
but they're not winning shit. The Jets are a low level pretender because they just ain't winning shit. And every year they will make their fans believe that they're trying. And they're just not. And you know what? The talent, they have the talent. The talent is there. We know that. The Jets are loaded with talent offensively, defensively. But you know what? I think the time has come. You know what? I made a decision.
Mhm.
I'm a Jets fan now.
Oh,
And you know what? As my first act as a Jets fan, I'm going to respectfully request, and I'm going to say thank you to Woody Johnson and the Johnson family. I'm going to respectfully request that you sell the team. It's time. You know, it's time.
He's a New Jersey State.
He's a New Jersey guy. You know what I'm saying? The Johnson family has done tremendous things. They might have done some horrible
Rutgers,
things too.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
But they've done tremendous things for the state of New Jersey, state of New York. We thank the Johnson family for that. But it is now time for them to get back into the pharmaceutical and whatever else
He was an
businesses.
ambassador too.
Absolutely.
So what in London or something? Right?
country.
Ireland, I think.
Ireland.
Something.
And again, I thank the Johnson family. They're a tremendous part of New Jersey history. But yeah, it's time to sell the team. I know exactly who you can sell the team to. Another New Jersey native, and that'd be Gary V. Other than Gary Vaynerchuk. Because Gary V has been lobbying to buy the Jets for a long time.
Bro, he's a hustler.
He's a
You
hustler.
want to send it to a hustler?
Yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah. Hell yeah.
No. I don't
But
mean
he's
like
an impassioned.
positive. No,
No,
I
no.
mean
But he's
con
an
man.
impassioned.
Con man vibes.
He's an impassioned Jets fan. He's there when they win. He's there when they lose. And he's been trying to actively. He's become a multimillionaire because his life's goal is just to buy the Jets. You know what I'm saying?
And he's a by any means necessary type
so
of
I
guy.
think that Gary Vaynerchuk, and you know what? I believe that if Woody Johnson, if you want to keep a little piece of the Jets,
Yeah.
you know, if it's a money thing, I'm sure Gary V will cut you in on a deal.
You know
He'll bring a
what?
team
I
of
like
people
that.
in,
I like that.
and we're gonna go full Gary V, rebuild the Jets. It's time to get, or your other option I mentioned last week is to move to Idaho.
Facts.
So it's one of those two options: sell the team to Gary V, or move to Idaho.
Missouri.
So that's my first act as a Jets fan is those two requests.
Second act, hire Mike McDaniels when he gets fired out of Miami.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
you're
He
gonna
would
need-
fit great
yeah.
with Gary V.
Yeah, it would
Those
work.
two little squirmy little
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah, that would be good. So yeah, that's my
Squirrely
Jets
bun.
rant for today.
Gary Vee would be out there selling mugs at the motherfucking
He'd be thrifting.
We're gonna go to
Thrifting,
garage
selling
sales
garage
in New
sales.
Jersey.
Shout out-
garage sales
Shout
at
out to-
MetLife Stadium.
Shout out to Gary V. Shout out to Gary V. I think Gary V will turn that team around.
The Jets just make no sense, bro. You look at the stat lines and you're like, holy shit, like they just balled out. And then you look at the score and you're like, oh, wait a second.
They can't win. They're cursed. They're legitimately cursed, and that's not even a joke anymore. They're legitimately cursed. You know, I'll be offering free Jets therapy coming up soon. If you see me out in the streets of New York and New Jersey, you can feel free to come up to me. And it's free Jets therapy for the remainder of the season. If you're a Jets fan, I'm offering free Jets therapy. So you can reach out to me. You could DM me.
We should make you a hotline.
Yeah, we're going to make a hotline too. But for right now, you could DM me.
But this is
and if
why
you
the
see me on the
NFL
streets,
sucks.
free jet therapy.
This is why the NFL sucks, because they say, "Oh, it's an even playing field, and everybody gets a salary cap, and everybody has equivalent money to the-"
Incompetence is the great equalizer.
But here's the thing: in soccer, you can have a team that slides from the top division down to 2 different leagues below it, and there could be an influx.
They
of
need that
cash,
in NFL.
an influx in cash.
They need
and then
you the
team
ability
jumps.
to lose your spot in
Yes.
the top league.
Yes. XFL.
Because the top league should only
NFL.
really have like 8 teams in it,
XFL,
Okay.
NFL.
right?
XFL,
and then you have
NFL.
how many teams are there? 32?
Yeah.
All right, so you can have 4 levels.
But-
You have your top tier 8, your next tier 8, your mid tier, your mid
You-
bottom tier,
you
and then
think?
your yeah.
Oh, no. You
Yeah,
use
it
the
is.
XFL in the off season.
Nah,
they all
that's
play
too much.
the
That's
champion.
too much. That's too much.
No,
like,
and then the
cross shit.
champion. Then the champion.
You got the
goes
Rock
to the
owns
NFL.
the XFL.
Yeah, and
you
then the
got,
Rockos go to the NFL, and then the Viking or the
This is
fucking
fucking-
Giants go down.
Yeah, but how? But do they?
okay, I see what you're saying.
You know,
But do they all?
And
When it
Giants
comes to
are
Like if
good.
a team does
and
good,
the Giants have to win the XFL championship.
they don't got
in
the
order to get
talent
back in.
though. I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't have the talent.
They
down
could lose the
Yeah.
XFL, and that's embarrassing.
I like that. I like that as
there.
well.
Only if it's all fully incorporated and then the talent is evenly dispersed to start with. Can you do that? Because if so, do you, like let's say the best team in the XFL
No, what you do is
probably
what you
can't
do
beat
is
the worst team in the NFL.
you allow XFL teams to exceed the salary cap in free agent signings, so that it really draws free agents to come in because the contracts are going to be.
And also, they
stupid.
don't play the same time of year currently.
Exactly.
But you
Exactly.
could. But you could
Think
have
about
them
it.
play at the same
But think
time,
about it.
right?
If you have a losing season like the Giants,
if they work together, yeah.
if they work
If
together.
the product is all together, yeah.
Yeah.
exactly, and then you can fill in other weekdays with
That's a lot of litigation and
It is.
logistics. I feel like they would have to figure. But the idea is great.
Yeah.
Great
playing,
idea.
playing college stadiums on a Tuesday, on a
Yeah,
Wednesday.
they're not gonna do that.
Yeah. That's,
Why
that's
college
a little
stadiums?
tough, and it's
Because they're
tough for
beautiful,
TV
they're
contracts.
big, they're prepared to,
Mm.
to host fans.
Yeah.
like,
That costs money too.
TV
they
contracts
make
is
money
gonna be tough.
off fans coming in.
Mm.
You know,
I like the
That's tough.
concept. I like.
Yeah,
the
I
concept.
love the concept. And like, if there was like no money was no object and there was no regulation, absolutely, that's a brilliant idea. Because they need a farm league.
a
They need
billionaire,
farm
a
league.
billionaire will buy a farm team and throw a bunch of money at it.
Not even a billionaire. Now your multimillionaires could get back into the.
Yeah.
You don't need a billionaire because the billionaires buy the
Exactly.
NFL teams and
Yeah.
the multimillionaires can buy the smaller
Yeah.
teams.
And you just
and work
gotta
their
build
way
those-
up.
Exactly.
Because you're all
bro.
pulling the talent from the same pool. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good idea.
exactly.
To turn the league around or upside down a little
Hell
bit.
yeah, hell yeah.
Somebody who did make a turnaround this week, the guy we've been talking about since preseason, CJ Stroud, probably played his best game of the season.
Facts.
Threw for 4 touchdowns, had damn near perfect passer rating. I mean, the Ravens are struggling, right? They were struggling defensively all year. They said the Ravens have already right now let up more points than they did in the entire 2000 season. I mean, that was one of the greatest defenses of all time.
Yeah.
They were allowing 10 points a game, but they've already allowed that much in five weeks in. And Lamar's now banged up. I don't know if he's coming back this week, but they got to figure something out.
That whole defense is banged up too. Their rookie got hurt. Their other starting corners got
they had
hurt.
nobody.
Like, they had nobody out there.
Nobody.
And it just was like sad to see like them just like hobble along at that
Yeah,
game because
they tried, bro.
the Texans, CJ Stroud played well, but the Texans didn't look like the Lions. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They still looked like they had like the Texans still had problems. They looked like they still had problems.
Mhm.
Defense
but-
is nasty though.
Yeah.
Defense
yeah,
is like a
defense.
snarling
Yeah,
dog.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like their defense.
Absolutely. And
Fun
against
to
a,
watch.
and against a team that was missing their weapons,
Yeah.
like absolutely. But here's my thing. With the Ravens, like, wouldn't this be a good time to try to spam like D Hop and like isn't that what you got him for? Like to
What else
like.
can you do?
No,
Your
he
offense is
gets
not
about
really
one
built
catch
for
a
that.
game. He did have a nice catch, but they don't spam him enough.
But that's what I'm
Offense
saying.
is
Like,
like
he's-
a weird fucking two
Well,
tight
they
ends.
should be right now. They should have been spamming Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry should have
Right.
had 30 carries. I don't win or lose. He should have had 30
30
carries.
carries.
Yeah, 100%.
it doesn't make any
Even
sense.
even if he only has 7.
And I don't care if he fumbles 2 times.
Even if he only
Like,
has
yeah.
7.
They're putting way too much weight on a couple of fumbles. Like a 1 fumble per game is not the end of the world. Because a quarterback can go out there and throw 3 interceptions,
Exactly.
and nobody's like, "Oh, we should take him out." But
Right.
a running back can fumble one
and
time,
get 2 sack
which is-
fumbles. And get 2 sack fumbles.
Right.
Quarterback sack fumble all the time
yeah,
and don't
all
get
the
anything
time,
for
all
it.
the time. No
They don't
punishment,
get
no
anything
penalty.
for it.
So I think they're just a little too hard on
Running
the
backs
Beaver.
especially.
Yeah,
Running
for
backs
sure.
especially.
For sure.
Yeah, but this is also like there's like these like different types of styles of teams, and the Ravens look like one of those styles of teams that really like if they don't have their main guy, they fall apart. And there's other teams that like
they didn't used to be like they used to
I
be
know.
next man up.
I know,
team.
but that's when they had Hundley and
Not even.
Josh-
But I'm saying just historically, I feel like they've
Historically.
always been a next man up type of team.
Yeah, and it just looks like
It doesn't look like they have the depth or the capability to be the next man.
Well, I think they thought like Patrick Queen and these guys would be like real like leaders and cornerstones of a defense, and they're just not.
But this is what happens when you don't always keep guys because you're not a franchise that always pays every.
They
day.
don't have Patrick Queen anymore, bro.
Marlon.
Marlon Humphrey's out. He was injured.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's out.
All their corners are injured.
Is he a cornerstone of their defense though?
He was.
Is he like an Ed Reed?
He was the last couple of years.
Nah,
he's not.
He's not Ed Reed. He's not Ed Reed.
Nobody's Ed Reed.
But he was starting to become the guy that like you're like, okay,
what happened to that safety they had?
Hamilton.
How Hamilton?
He's the only one still there, bro.
Yeah.
The rest of them, he's out there with a bunch of.
I don't even recognize their linebacker.
He's a strong safety hybrid linebacker type. You know, he's not like a ball hockey.
Don't have any generational talent other than their running back and their quarterback.
Yeah, for real.
And like maybe they're tight end.
They used to
and
be
maybe
able
they're
to
tight end.
The linebacker, what's his name? The kid who came from the Bears. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Me neither.
But it's not Patrick Queen, but the other guy.
Well, yeah. You know, I watched a game that was kind of fire. It was a fire game, but it was fire vision.
Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
he's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Roquan's good.
Did you see the Bucks Seahawks game? They both wore their throwback jerseys. That was kind of fire.
That was the game of the week. Out of all the games, that was the game, bro.
It's because Baker, like we said before, Baker is top 5 right now statistically, and just the way he's been playing, the way he handles himself.
Watching him flip out at fans, and like, bro, do you saw that video?
Yes, I was about to say,
bro.
I'm sorry, but like,
Baker.
Bro, I have an uncle with like some really small teeth like that, and like to see a dude talk, like a white dude talk shit with like really small teeth, bro, he'll get into a bar fight. He'll get into a fucking
he got into a bar fight, didn't he, Baker, back in the day?
Yeah. Bro, you look at him, bro. Like, I love it.
You don't let any of the comments slide, bro. You don't let any of the
frat, bro. Yeah. But he's also like I'll punch you in your mouth.
Anybody can get it, bro. He doesn't care.
But he takes that grit and he carries that into the quarterback position as a leader for the Bucks.
Which is hard because think about it. Like at the quarterback position, everybody else is trying to pump themselves up because like physically you're going to go to war.
Yeah.
Quarterback, like you don't want your adrenaline to get too high.
Yeah.
Because then everything will speed up.
That's the good thing about Jalen Hurts, though. He doesn't get too high or too low.
Yeah.
Like he just.
And I think that's why Baker though sometimes has those like errant throws randomly where you'll just see him just launch one like so.
You gotta ignore those. You gotta ignore those.
I'm saying those are the adrenaline.
You ignore
throws.
those. You're like, nah, that's. Everybody has those.
Of course, but I'm saying when you're someone who's hyped like that, like
he's
you're gonna get.
He's also 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot. Yeah. When you throw the ball, it sometimes it just comes. That's what I noticed with Dillon Gabriel. He's making that mistake.
Jalen will miss wide open receivers by 10 yards. I don't really see Baker do that.
No,
not 10 yards.
Yeah, Baker will miss like.
He's like little Drew Brees, bro.
Maybe
he's pretty accurate.
Yeah, no, Baker. I like the game, and the Seahawks though they play really good football too, man. Like that's a team that just
those Ohio State receivers showed out in that game.
Yeah,
JSN and Emeka Puka, balling, both of them,
killing it.
Rashad White was balling. I said he was going to ball. I mean, the Seahawks are quiet, yo. We talk about underhype, overhype. That's an underhyped team right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're quiet storm.
Bro, that's what I was saying.
They don't got a bunch of stars like that need attention, need the ball, like.
And that's what I was saying about the NFC West, bro, is like that division low key, like with the Seahawks, the Rams, and the 49ers. And the Arizona Cardinals are not bad. They're just not playing well.
And they don't have a real identity.
Right. They don't have an identity. It's like, yo, anybody out of that team could go to the playoffs and you're scared to play him. Anyone out of that division can go to the playoffs and you're scared to play him.
You wouldn't want to see the LA,
the
49ers, or
the Seahawks, bro. You're, like, at any given
moment. If you have to go to them.
Oh, yo, if you have to go to them, over with.
Nah, they're solid. Even though they lost. I mean, they lost to a really good Bucks team. They're flying under the radar. I think that they're a team. I know they don't get put out in the forefront like that, but if you can, try to keep an eye on the Seahawks this season for sure.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of the big market teams are not playing that well.
No.
So it's like you kind of have to go to this other level of team to figure it out. Like even when you do the pick'ems, you're looking at the games and you're like the Giants, the Jets. You're blowing over those games because you're like F those games. But then you're looking at teams like the Seahawks and the Colts and like the Commanders, and you're like, oh, like these are the games I want to watch because these are the guys that like
Jacksonville.
You're like, oh,
even the Texans.
Even
like,
the Texans.
I like watching their defense.
You know, the Chargers. People are like, you're like, oh, I want to watch these games, and it's like these are typically the second tier teams that are now kind of like.
I mean, they're worth watching.
Worth the
Bears, even the Bears, right? Like until they fully implode this year, which they may do, they're good. They're fun to watch.
Flash.
But we were talking about the NFC West, right?
Yeah.
So let's just jump to the Cardinals real quick because the Cardinals, like I said, they don't know their identity yet. They're having some injury problems, especially at the running back position. a big moment, and I don't have too much to say about their game. They played the Titans. Titans got their first win. But the reason why the Titans got their first win is because the running back, DeMarcado, drops the ball at the goal line going in to score. And I just want to talk, it's like, how are players still doing this? Why are they doing this? And listen, I was a high school football fucking whatever you want to call me, but I ain't never thought about letting go of the ball when I'm trying to score a touchdown. I'm going to hand the ball to the referee after I'm done. Like, that's it. It's very simple stuff. I don't even know what this whole...
You came from...
No practice and no training or anything ever. No drill did we ever... Like, the one drill that people always shit on in the combine is that quick little receiver, catch the ball, drop the ball, catch another ball. Because they're like, why would you ever want to train your brain to, like, drop the ball?
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, in no drill, especially for running backs, and I don't care where you played, how you played at what level. There's no drill in which you put the ball on the ground on purpose.
No, bro. It's the single-handedly dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And like anyone who's ever done it, from when we were like in high school and stuff like that. Like I love Deshaun Jackson, but you were a culprit of that. Like it's the dumbest thing. It's not cool. Like it's cool to score a touchdown. It's cool to throw the ball into the stands, but to let go of the ball doesn't make any sense. And you're causing like.
You didn't even hear the whistle yet.
Right. There's no whistle, bro. Like, what do you even do? You haven't even done anything. And it's just like causing this like unnecessary.
Remember before I was against the coaches benching players. That gets you benched.
Facts.
You put the ball on the ground first. You didn't fumble it. You didn't get hit. You didn't have like a freak play. You put the ball on the ground.
And and it's not very often that you can say, yo, this play is the reason why they lost. But you can commonly say in that situation, you single-handedly lost the game because they get the ball back, they score, and then you're down, and then you can never get back up.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm gonna give you guys a little truth here.
Yeah.
All right. It was a 70-yard plus run.
He was cooking.
It wasn't a 5-yard run.
Right.
He was a third-string rookie running back from a shithole school.
I'm gonna stop you right there. It doesn't matter. Nowhere do you learn to do that.
I'm giving you context.
Okay, fair enough.
Paint the picture.
When you watch a freeze frame of the ball crossing the end zone, the ball's in his possession. Hold on.
Like that close, maybe.
The issue with the NFL right now is coaches are becoming so emotional that instead of focusing on hold the fuck on, do we have a touchdown or do we not? You get so mad and worked up that you fucking slap the player on the chest.
Oh yeah, that was. We can get to that too. That's also egregious too,
brother. But
there's no excuse for a coach doing
your
anything
mind
like that. He got
needs to
fined
be on-
$100,000.
Your mind needs to be
That's
on.
the first time in the history.
Did this ball actually come out of his hand before he crossed the goal line? You should be on the headset upstairs, like guys, fucking watch that back over and over. I'm gonna throw the
I
challenge.
mean, it's
Dog,
tough.
He would have won it.
Every scoring play is reviewed, bro.
No, it wasn't called a scoring play because they said he had dropped. They had said he dropped.
Oh,
the ball.
okay.
Throw the challenge flag.
It looked like to me he dropped it, bro. It looked like to me he dropped it.
I will go back. I will go back and watch it now that you mentioned that because I did see it. I thought it was literally he dropped it at the last point at which you should have held on to it. Yeah. Like maybe 1 inch more. He's across the goal.
I've seen two.
But I will watch it back.
2 freeze frames.
Now that you said that, I will watch it back.
But
also if the ball is coming out, they consider that a fault. Like let's say if this is the ball and it's in his hand and then it's like coming out of his hand, they
wasn't doing that. And it wasn't doing that. They
consider that a fumble.
It wasn't doing that because it's out of your possession.
Yeah.
But it was in his possession.
No, I'm gonna watch it back.
And that's the thing.
I like DeMarcado. I think he's a good running back.
No excuse for letting the ball go before the
There's
whistle.
There's never an excuse, but at the same time, it's like it's a 70+ yard run. It's a team fucking effort to get in that end zone.
I had a fucking 85-yard run, and I ran through the back of the end zone.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I was trained to do.
That's fine.
That's all I'm saying is that in my experience growing up, at the lowest levels, you're trained to run through the back.
But as a coach, you got to realize you got a guy that can do it.
Yeah, the coach should have did that.
And to have somebody that can do it, that can get you 70+ yards when you need it at like, okay, next man up, and it's your number that gets called and you perform. Yeah. Okay, I got one here.
Yeah.
But instead of fucking your mind being on, did he get across? This is a coachable moment. No. You lose your shit. You just showed you're an emotional ass coach.
I feel you. In the heat of the game, I would be pissed too. I'm going nuts.
Yeah, but you never put your hands on a player like that.
Right? No, you never do that. You never do that. And you also,
if the player had did that to him. Now, are you opening the doors for when you make a bad coaching decision? Do I get to come and
smack you up? Yeah.
I had an offensive coordinator who played with Victor Cruz, right, in college. His mantra was this: I don't care if you throw 4 picks in a game. I'm never gonna get on you. I'm gonna take you back and say, okay, what were you looking at? We're gonna look at the fucking iPad. We're gonna look
not in front of the enemy for sure.
come film room on Monday,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
chew your ass out. Come
Yep.
practice, I'm gonna get on your ass. I'm
Yeah.
gonna roast you. All that. But come game day, it's all like we gotta win this shit.
Yeah.
I don't care how many. If you're the starter, I gotta get you into mind frame to win the game. You're
Yes.
not gonna win the game if I'm like, what the fuck? You're fucking ass. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get the best out of people like that,
No.
you know. So that's the
Two mistakes happened there.
In that game.
exactly
Two
two
mistakes
mistakes.
happened there.
Two mistakes.
Yeah.
Two mistakes happened there.
But Mercado is nice, and he is one of those guys that can break him left
He can
and right.
break 'em.
I wouldn't be
He's
surprised.
not going to
if
be
he
breaking
breaks.
anything because I think he's benched now.
Is he benched for real,
I think he's benched now.
bro? Oh, because Michael Carter ended up having a game after.
And Michael Carter
Yeah.
Carter was doing good. Michael Carter was kind of playing good all day, but
Yeah.
He's a good running back.
he's
a good running back.
Been around
Both
for a
of them
while.
are good running backs, bro. Like we talked about them last week.
One guy scored and didn't
It's the
drop the
NFL.
ball.
You need two running backs.
Yeah.
I know a team that does have two running backs. The Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah.
Balling. I would say, you know what? I would say the Bengals, Jake Browning, and to his dismay, I think he threw like 3 picks. But he did try to get the ball to Jamar Chase a lot
Yeah.
more. Jamar Chase, I think, had like 120 touchdown. They tried, but it wasn't good enough because obviously they traded for Joe Flacco. So let's see if Joe Flacco can get the ball to Jamar Chase because Jamar Chase will get his old ass up out of there real quick.
Yeah. Big facts.
But let's see if he can really get the ball to T. Higgins because has T. Higgins even caught a fucking pass this season?
I forgot he's on the team.
Joe's gonna
Yeah.
throw for 300 plus.
I
3
mean,
TDs. Wow.
He's
a
not
lot. This is a
doing
way
that,
better. No,
bro.
but this is a
Wow.
way better team than the Bengals. Than the Browns.
This whole team is
He-
built around the
He
offense.
one step Kevin Stefanski, Coach of the Year 2 years ago, playing in that offense. So
I feel you, but
and
that's,
they were worse than.
Stefanski was a good fucking coach.
yeah, no, Stefanski is a good coach, man. But I don't see it with Joe Flacco, Jersey Joe. I don't see it with.
I mean, you
Flacco.
have Jamar Chase. Just get the ball to number one.
6'6". He's gonna scan the field and throw it
Yeah.
to the open guy.
No, I get it. He's been doing
And
it.
he's durable enough that if the offensive line doesn't, he's not going to die.
He's not gonna die.
No, he's not. He's not going to die.
Yeah.
He's not going to die at all. But that.
Browning is not an NFL quarterback.
No.
No,
Not an NFL quarterback.
no. But to jump back on the Detroit side of it, Detroit. I mean, they're back.
Do you think they're
They
the best
got
team in the NFL?
I don't think they're the best team yet, but they have the potential to do that. But what I do think they're really good at, they have a deep roster of playmakers. They got
Yeah.
Amon-Ra, Gibbs, Montgomery, Laporta,
Oh, Hutchinson.
and then. But I'm saying just all on the off. I'm just.
Oh,
the
I
offense.
didn't even get there because you can go on the same thing about their defense, right? A bunch of playmakers, Kirby
Yeah.
Joseph,
yeah.
Hutchinson, right? But and then now they got 2 young playmakers, Jameson Williams. He's a little inconsistent right now, but they got Isaac Tesla,
Yeah.
2 guys who can make plays throughout the game. So you gotta honor that. And when you can score anywhere, anytime, that makes you dangerous. And if you can play good defense, they beat themselves. That's a team that has beaten themselves, has probably
Yeah.
robbed themselves of maybe 1 or 2 Super Bowls in the last 2-3 years. And this year's they got to eliminate those mistakes that kept them from getting to the Super Bowl.
And-
So
And what I like about the Lions too, at this stage,
I'll say Lions Bucks are up there. Like
yeah. And what I like about the Lions at this stage is that they have things to work on.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
And they're still good.
And they're still good. Where I feel
Mhm.
like these past couple of seasons, it felt like they just had it
Yeah, they
together.
were just rolling. It's
They're
like,
just
all right,
rolling.
just let them do whatever.
But now, like you said, they have things to work on. Like
Yeah.
for some reason, they cannot seem to get Jameson Williams the ball. Like the
Yeah.
kid is like looking for a home run every play. I think you mentioned that like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The kid needs to just get back to just running a couple slants, doing
Yeah.
a couple drags, getting your hands on a football. So you remember what that feels like because it's been 2 weeks in a row now that he's got 2 catches and he
Yeah.
hasn't done nothing. And it's like, you got to get out of that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Work the basics. So they have things that they could really, work on to
For
become
sure.
a better team.
For sure. Yeah, but like I said, they could definitely make a run.
I see it.
Um,
And that defensive coordinator, bro.
who's their defensive coordinator?
I don't know what his name, but he be in the podium.
Oh, the big dude.
yeah, bro. He be in the podium like
Yeah.
no
He
excuses.
played in the league, didn't he?
yeah,
I think he played in
bro.
the league. I think he
He
played in
be
the
like,
league.
he be like, the standard is the standard, and there's no excuses. I don't care who's here, who's not here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kelvin Shepard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Calvin
Calvin Shepard,
Shepard.
yes,
Linebacker.
Bro.
Yeah.
He
Did
do
he play
not,
for
He
Giants
played
for a little bit?
forever. I don't know, but I don't think so. He may have.
bro. He does not play.
He played
bro.
for a minute though.
He does not
Yeah, and I remember
play.
him. I remember him.
He is all about
He played for
accountability.
Detroit.
Yeah, I think he might have played for Detroit.
Played for a time. I think he played for the Patriots. So he played for the Bills, Colts, Dolphins, Giants.
Yeah, bro. This guy's got, and he's young and he's got energy. I like seeing that. You know,
Yeah, that's dope.
as a defensive team, or as a defensive coordinator, you need that. So
Our boy Jaden Daniels came back this week.
listen,
That was a win. I did not expect them to beat the Chargers. I thought the Chargers were pretty good.
yeah,
Chargers another team kind of
They got
flies.
beat by the Giants, bro.
Who's that?
The Chargers.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
did,
that's right.
they
That's
did.
right.
That's the one win.
You know what?
Lost.
The Chargers. I could see them. They just lost their running back, Omarion Hampton.
Yeah.
But they got some receivers though. They got
Yeah.
probably one of the best receiver rooms in the league.
With Keenan Allen.
Yeah, and you know what? They'll get
Johnson.
better. That's a team that'll get better as the season goes on. Their defense is pretty good. Khalil Mack will come back. They'll be okay. But it was a good win for the Commanders. They needed a bounce back. They lost to Atlanta. Bill was out there balling. Debo, Daniels, and they get Terry back.
Yeah.
So it's like they're trending up. I
It's
don't
easy-
think Chargers are necessarily trending down, but they're kind of
They
plateauing.
got a lot of injuries, the Chargers.
They just
Yeah,
got
they
him just
do.
this
They
past
do.
week, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Linebackers like Khalil Mack, Perryman's out.
Yeah.
That's
Perryman. Yeah, Perryman's really
Perryman's
good.
a tackler, right?
But yeah, the Colts. I mean, the Commanders. You know, it's a lot easier to play on offense when Jaden Daniels is back.
Yeah.
Like when Jaden Daniels is there, they can run the ball. They can do everything they need to do to win. I think we saw against the Atlanta game 2 weeks ago or whatever it was.
Mhm.
That they really just don't run the same. They still are efficient, but they just don't run the same. And Jaden Daniels is really the key there. The defense though still seems kind of old to me. Like it still seems kind of like
Listen, they play good. They play good enough
yeah,
to win on
played good enough
Sunday.
to win. You know, and the Chargers
Yeah,
like
they
you
have
said,
5 sacks.
Yeah, they did. They did get after it.
So
They did get after it. So
a team that definitely got after it was New England Patriots. You know what? And I don't think it's a knock on the Bills. I think it was just a good job by the Patriots. Drake May been playing phenomenal. Stephon Diggs showed up, big time game for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically was willing himself open
Yeah,
and catches. Him and Drake May were tearing it up. But I don't think it's any panic for Buffalo. But now they know New England. I don't want to say New England's back, but New England's on their
Can't
heels.
play with them.
Yeah, they can play with them. They can beat them.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and Vrabel has ever since the Tennessee days, bro. Vrabel is a big win your division type of guy. So the only way
That's
you
where it
can
starts.
win your
Yeah.
division is to scout those players and build your team to beat those teams.
Exactly.
They have
So-
one of the easiest remaining schedules based on opponent records.
The Pats,
Yeah,
that's good for them.
they play the Saints this week.
That's great.
You know, they got the Jets. They don't have.
Yeah.
They've got some. I don't want to say gimmies, but they got some pretty easy wins that they can.
Potential
pile
wild
up.
card.
Yeah,
Potential wild card for
the
sure.
the Pats are a team though that have to bring it every game because they don't have any
Oh,
room
they're gonna
to
bring it.
slack.
They're gonna
You know what
bring
I'm
it.
saying? And that's why
They
you
got the
bring
coach
it.
to do that.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
But I don't
That's why
think
you
they're
bring-
under any pressure at all to even make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Like, so
They're
they can
not.
play. They can play pretty free.
Yeah. Also, somebody had said this. I don't even know who had said this, but they were like, imagine being on the Patriots and like trying to talk back to Mike Vrabel, bro. 6'4", like whatever he is.
I mean, you
he's
just gotta be
He'll fight
tough.
you.
You just gotta be a tough guy.
He'll
big
legit
as
fight
shit,
you,
bro. He's
He's
like-
fighting his players in
Yeah.
fucking practice, bro.
I was watching him on the side. I'm like, yo, this guy's big as hell. Like, I can't imagine trying to say anything to this man. Like, yo, yes sir, yes sir. Like,
Bro.
I mean, they're not sure yes sir with him, but
no,
they-
but
I
he's
mean,
a bro. He's one of the
player's
guys.
coach. But I mean, if you're a tough guy,
Yeah.
I'm sure. What's that big guy from Tennessee? The D tackle Simmons.
Oh, Simmons. Yeah.
I'm sure he probably was talking some shit. He talks a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was talking
I
shit.
wouldn't be surprised if you see him on the Pats next year.
That's what they said. They
You
were
know?
trying to maybe get him this year.
So
But yeah, that's our rundown for week 5. Let's look forward to week 6, 7-on-7.
that's right.
Let's jump into a little 7-on-7. I'll let you take it away from here.
We're going to make it quick with the 7-on-7s, y'all. You already know what it is. Big 7. The biggest Atlanta Falcon fan. So we're going to start right there for our first.
Bills Falcons.
We're going to start right there. Bills Falcons. We just talked about the Bills losing to the New England Patriots. And now we're going to talk about the Bills playing the Atlanta Falcons. They're going down to Atlanta to play them.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say too much outside of this. I love Atlanta. I think that they always play well coming off a bye. But the Bills losing to the Patriots was bad news for us because they about to come out swinging. And I do not see Atlanta beating the Bills this week. Going to be a tight game. I think 24-27, somewhere around there. But the Josh Allen's going to rebound, come back, beat Atlanta. I got that one as game 1. Game 2, one to look out for. Bucks versus 49ers.
Mhm.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going out west to go play the San Francisco 49ers. Two great teams. The Bucks are hot. We were talking about MVP Bake. I think this is the year that he could have a possibility of being up there for the MVP this year, going against a 49ers team that just seems to know how to win regardless of anything. But I feel Bake's going to keep the heat streak going. I think
Yeah.
Bake's going to keep cooking, going to
Like
keep
it.
baking, and he's going to go into the San Francisco and take out the 49ers, especially because they still don't have Brock Purdy. And
I think he might.
is
play.
he coming back?
He might play this week.
Well, even if Brock Purdy's back,
I still
it's
think
the
they
big
win.
show. It's the big show. The team is more complete, and they got guys. If they can get Mike Evans back, which I know he's not going to come
I
back,
think he's back.
but
I
if
think
they-
maybe 1 or 2 more weeks from
if
Mike.
they had Mike Evans, it would be nuts. So we're going with the Bucks over the 49ers. The next game in the 7-on-7, game 3, is Seattle versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Might be a good one.
The 4-1 Jacksonville
They're 4-1.
Jaguars. Yeah, they've only lost one game.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
To the Bengals. I
Yo.
think week 1,
They have
right?
a good
Yeah.
Week 2.
squad, bro.
They got a good squad.
They've been picking number 1
Yeah, yeah.
like
Yo, but
every year for the past 5
Travis
years.
Hunter, though, I know he doesn't put up crazy stats,
He
but
makes plays, though.
plays and
Yeah.
impact.
You
He's
see
an
when he
impact.
has the ball, like
it
you
matters.
see why he's a Heisman Trophy winner. like,
Absolutely.
he will juke you out. Like
Yeah.
it's like a move where you're like, nah, he's about to go right.
His first
Like-
step, is 10 times faster than anybody else.
Yeah,
in the
he's
league.
absolutely.
quick.
So if
he's
he-
quicker
if
than he was in
takes-
college.
He's quicker.
Way quicker.
So if he takes one step, he's by you.
And on defense, he looks like
It's
he's
not
playing
going to pay off
basketball.
yet this year. Give him a year or 2 or
Yeah.
3.
But on defense, it looks like he's playing basketball. The way he doesn't let anyone like
Bro,
he just side to
yeah.
side. Like it's like yo, it's nuts to watch him play.
Talented.
It's crazy to think that like some of the games of the week is going to be Seattle versus Jacksonville. But you know what? Here we
I
are.
have that on my list.
Yeah, here we are. Seattle versus Jacksonville. 4-1 Jacksonville. What is it? 3-2 Seattle.
Mhm.
2 big time teams going up against each other. Seattle's going down to Jacksonville. As much as I like Jacksonville on this, they come off a heater. I just don't typically like to pick teams after they come off like a big win, emotional win. I don't like picking them for the next week because their emotions were super high.
Mm.
Now they got to come back and try to win another game. I think that Seattle's going to go in there, especially after coming off a loss. Or no, did they lose? They lost. Yeah, they lost.
Seattle lost, yes.
Yeah, so they're going to come off this loss. I mean, they're the air of consistency up there anyway, but I think Sam Darnold's going to come out there, show them what they're really about. Jacksonville, I know you've been high. About to get low on this one. I'm going Seattle over Jacksonville for game 3.
I just want to stop you right there. Not that I want to renege on your pick, but I would say the opposite about Jack. I don't think they were emotional at all. They were very calm and chill. Like they weren't like overly excited because
That is true.
the Chiefs. I was actually surprised about how like almost like they expected to win.
Like
So,
you thought they were going to go crazy on the side, right?
Yeah, like-
Veteran quarterback.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot.
They were acting like they've been there.
They got guys from schools.
And
that
their
have
coach,
been
he
there.
looks like a guy. He's like he expects to win.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came from the Bucks.
Yeah, he did come from the Bucks.
Yeah, keep going.
That's a good team. But yeah, I still got Seattle over Jacksonville. I just really like the Seattle team. I think they play really good football and the air consistency. All right, for the game 4 of the 7-on-7, we got Lions versus Chiefs. Lions, hot Lions team. Their offense is great. Their defense plays well. We know what they can do. We got Dan Campbell out there. We got Shepard out here. Hoorah, getting these guys together, right? Going against the Kansas City Chiefs, going into Kansas City to play them.
Andy Reid.
Do it against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce because there's no one else on that team. And they're playing those guys, and they're going to make it happen. But here's what I'm saying. The Detroit Lions, as good as they are, they're going to be on the road. They're going to Kansas City. Arrowhead Stadium's a really hard place to play. And I feel like the Chiefs desperately need a win. I know that we just said they were 3-2 or 2-3, whatever they are. I know it doesn't feel like the record might show
2-3.
it. 2-3.
Tough division.
It's a tough
Very tough.
division. I just feel like they've been getting better every week, but they just haven't been getting over the hump. And for some reason, I feel like the Lions are the team they're going to get over the hump on.
Mm.
So we got the Chiefs over the Lions for game 4. Lock it in. Game 5, we've got Bears versus Commanders. And again, I think you're noticing something about 7-on-7. Again, we're choosing these second-tier teams that we believe are top-tier teams in this first half of the season.
I mean, they've been playing like not top tier, but they're not playing like second rate.
They're not playing like second rate at all.
Right.
And we got the Bears versus the Commanders. Last year we said a lot of stuff about the Bears, but it looks like they're starting to put it together. Ben Johnson seems to be getting this offensive going. Freaking Caleb Williams still looks a little bit like
Cartoon
this.
character.
You know, he still looks a little bit, but you know, he's making it happen. They're winning games, but they're going in to go play the Commanders. And here's what I'm going to say: the Commanders with Jaden Daniels, that's a different team right there. That is a different team, and like you said, they got Scary Terry back. So
No,
Scary,
I don't know if he's coming back this week, but
Oh, not this week?
He might be. He might be.
he might be,
Yeah.
but again,
Questionable.
just a different team with Jaden Daniels, and the Bears are on the road. I don't think Caleb Williams is going to be able to overcome the defense. I don't think Caleb Williams is going to be overcome Jaden Daniels. I'm going with the Commanders over the Bears for that pick.
Mhm.
The next pick we have Thursday Night Football, division rivals, a tale as old as time, the Eagles versus the Giants. We know a lot about these teams. We know a lot about them. We know the Giants.
They know a lot about each other.
They know a lot about each other. We know the Giants are pretty much a patchwork team at this moment in time. We had high hopes, but you know what?
We may watch it live.
You're about to
Watch it live.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So that's tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's a possibility. If we see him live, it's a different story than when we watch him on TV. But here's what I'm going to say.
I mean, it's always the same result.
We're gonna leave at like beginning of the second half, bro. Beginning of the second half, and the season ticket holder next to us, I'm like, we're gonna again.
Yeah, here I go again. It's like, listen, bro.
What is Dable doing?
I get it. You want to sit there and torture yourself every fucking time they step
And
on
Mal's
the field.
gonna fucking chat the dude up like.
Nah, but he be knowing what he's talking about though. Like low key, he be knowing what he's talking
The
about.
only thing he doesn't know about
He's
is
not wrong though.
Mal hypes him up.
I do hype him up a little
He
bit. I do
thinks
hype him
now
up.
that he's this
I
season.
definitely do hype him up a little bit, but he does know what he's talking about. Like he's not like too, like some Giants, like you hear like some people behind us, like they'll just say anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, but this kid at least knows, like he's like a passionate fan. He really like loves the Giants, watches the Giants.
Well, I hope that he knows that the Giants are not beating the Eagles on Thursday night. The Eagles are just way too freaking good, man. I don't know on any
what
given
a big
Sunday.
win that would be for them.
Oh man, if they could put it
Gotta get
together,
back.
I think it's
Rolling.
an NFL shake and win. Thursday night,
yeah,
it's gonna shake at least the NFC.
No, it makes the Eagles are kind of thinking about if they're panicking. They start panicking.
They start panicking.
Absolutely. And listen, the formula for the Giants to win this game is to make the Eagles play their style of football, which is a little sporadic, a little scrappy, and like a hell of a lot of ground and pound.
Don't turn the ball over. Get touchdowns instead of field goals. Play good defense.
Facts.
The defense is very talented. It has a lot of potential. They got to get out of. I mean, and when I say they got to get out of their defensive coordinator, I know been hearing from a lot of Giants fans. They're not too happy with the way he's been calling games defensively. But also at the end of the day, players they got to make do with what the situation is. They got to you got to guard, you got to tackle, you got to get off blocks.
Yeah. But this is the Super Bowl champs they're going against. I got the Eagles over the Giants. And for the last game of 7-on-7, we got Cardinals versus the Colts.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna say that. But the fact of the matter is,
Colts might wax them.
Colts are gonna fucking.
I don't know.
Point these
Listen,
motherfuckers.
don't speak too soon. The Cardinals have sneakily one of the best defenses in the league now.
Yeah, but so do the Colts.
And so do the Colts. And let's be honest here. We thought that when Benson went down and when Connor went down, that they would have no run game, that offense would fall apart.
We're gonna
The
see how
fact
good
of the
that
matter
run
is,
game is.
is Michael Carter.
DeForest Buckner.
I know.
A nigga named DeForest Buckner. I mean,
Like,
6'8".
yeah.
But with all that said, and all the praise to the Cardinals there, with them figuring it out, they still have no wide receiver situation, but with them figuring it out, I still think the Colts are going to win that game. I don't think it's going to be a waxing, but I definitely got the Colts over the Cardinals, and that's just 7-on-7. Lock them in. Last week, the week before, I was going against my gut. You know what? Here we are, week 6. Washboard, baby.
He wins
Lock 'em in.
one pick'em. He wins one pick'em.
Wins one
and that's
pick'em
it.
I won my pick 'em last week, dog.
Wins
I'm here.
Pick them in
I'm
that.
here. Listen, everyone
Nah,
should
he's
want
a
me to win the pick 'em
handicapper.
because I buy lunch when I win the pick 'em. I'm a nice
he's
guy.
a handicapper.
I'm a nice guy. I buy everybody lunch when I get
That's
pick 'em.
how he keeps the hustle going at his job with the
buys
pick'em.
lunch. That's
Buys lunch, and
then they
everybody-
come back and they
and they
play.
come back
Oh,
and they
next time
play.
if I win, I'll buy lunch.
Right.
But they don't win.
They don't win.
Because he wins.
And he keeps buying them lunch, and they
Pockets
keep
the
coming
money.
back,
Yup.
and they keep coming back, and they keep coming back.
Don't hate the
Ask
player.
Ask
hate
him,
the
ask
game.
him who set up the pick 'em.
Who set the pick 'em up?
I'm asking who set the pick 'em up.
Me.
Exactly, bro. That's a scam, bro. That's a scam.
Listen,
Now you're
scam,
people
scam,
out there
scam.
now know you're a scammer.
Don't hate.
If you recruit me into your pick'em and all of a sudden you
Yeah,
start
you
picking,
like
I'm
I knew
gonna
something
be
was
like,
up. Like I never heard this guy even talk about like.
What? I'm supposed to
gambling.
I'm supposed to purposely lose so that other people feel
No, that's
good
not what
about
we're saying.
themselves?
That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying.
Supposed to just
Be a little
hand
more-
my money over?
Be a little more slick.
Brother, I didn't win the first 6 weeks. I didn't win. First 5 weeks.
That's how you rope them in.
Oh boy,
That's how you rope them in. Yeah, but for this week, my waiver wire additions, waiver wire is starting to get a little thinner. But you have Romeo Dobbs and Matthew Golden that may be sitting out there after a bye week. Potentially pick them up. Michael Carter, probably going to get the bulk of the carries for Arizona this week. Catches the ball out of the backfield. Good playmaker. Potential for him. Tyron Tracy's coming back. Not sure how much he's going to get used with Scatterboo. But they could be rotating backs. But he may catch a couple extra passes this week just because of their wide receiver situation and his pass catching background. Jared Goff's still surprisingly floating around in a lot of leagues.
so crazy.
If you need a quarterback, Jared Goff's out there. As far as the tight ends go, Theo Johnson, Keep an eye on him with him and Dart. They're bros. So he's going to spam his boy.
Giants are low on receivers.
And Giants are low on receivers, so Theo Johnson could be a good target. And another tight end, Darren Waller, if he can keep up this pace that he's had so far since his return, he could be another potential tight end add. And then one of the Chargers running backs, Amari Hampton's out. You got Hassan Haskins and Vidal. One of them is going to have to pop off. So I'm not sure which one it'll be, but it'll be one of those two. So keep an eye on those guys.
You think they try to make that move to go get Corum?
I don't know. I think they like Corum for whatever reason. I think
Harbaugh now reunited with his boy.
I think they like Corum in LA because they give him the ball all the time.
They do give him the
when
ball.
I fucking need a Kyron Williams touchdown, they give him the ball.
Kyron Williams keeps fumbling his
Blake
touchdowns.
fucking Corum. No. Kyron Williams over Blake Corum all day. You want to jump into a quick little college football update from this past week? Couple of upsets, big upsets. Penn State knocked off by UCLA. Penn State has now officially lost their ranking. Started the season out, I think, at number 2 or 3. And after 2 back-to-back losses, they lost to Oregon.
That full game,
lost
bro.
UCLA.
Wild.
It's ridiculous. Penn State's a better team than that, hopefully. I mean, this is tough. We talked about, if good teams can lose games during this new college football playoff era. But they're gonna have to pretty much win out if they want to get back in the playoffs, or guys got to start losing. So they're gonna need a lot of things to happen for them to get back in. Another team that was knocked out of the rankings this week was Texas, a team that started the season as number 1.
Is Arch
upset by
as
Florida?
Good as,
I mean, if you guys want to just jump on that for real quick, the thing that everybody is talking about out there this week is it Archie or is it Sark? Is it Arch or Sark? Is he being too conservative, trying to protect Archie, trying to make sure he's not turning the ball over? Is Archie playing too conservative, trying to make sure he's not turning And I think I've said it. I'm on record as saying you got to unleash the kid. It doesn't matter if you don't. If he's gonna come back next year, or there's even a chance he comes back next year, you got to let him get his shit out now.
Yeah.
And then you have a whole year to build on these mistakes to fix. And his dad and his uncles can help him work on that same stuff too.
Something's up with him though.
I don't think he wants to be there. I think
it's just how he's throwing the football. Something's up with his arm.
Oh no! Remember he fell on his throwing shoulder. I think his first game.
Shoulder, and then they caught him wincing while he was throwing.
You said that.
And the coach was like, "Oh, it's no big deal. It's bullshit. Reporters reading into shit too much."
Yeah.
But then I was watching him this game, bro, the pocket was so clean.
Yeah.
His offensive line, everybody's like,
they should have won that game.
Plus.
I'll be honest with you.
And he's just missing wide open. I'm like,
they should have.
Something's up.
Florida's not that good.
Like, remember when Dak had that shoulder problem and Dak's arm looked shaky for a minute? He's having that issue right
just be fatigued. Like, it happens.
Maybe.
It does happen. But I also think, though, with Sark's system, I think that they always play better in that second year. Look at Ewers, bro. Remember everyone wanted to bench Ewers after that first season, and then he came back
because
they were getting
because they had Arch.
They had Arch, but I'm saying then they came back.
He was playing good.
But he came. I'm saying he came back that next season and started balling out.
It played great.
You know what I'm saying? And then even when Sark was in Atlanta, like that first year, they didn't play well. Then that second year, they kind of balled out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And in Washington, same thing. Like, they took him a second. So I think with Sark's system, it might take a little bit to understand. So Arch is good at not being in the front of the spotlight. Everyone else kind of finds him. So I think he's in a good spot right now. They're not in a good spot as a team, but as Arch personally, I feel like he's in a good spot as long as they commit to him being there, and he should just stay one more year and he'll be straight. He'll be straight.
Yeah. Listen, they're gonna have to figure it out. I think they're gonna have to figure it out now because now you're wasting other people's talent.
That's true.
You're wasting other people's talent now, so they're gonna have to figure that situation out. But to recap some of the games I told people to watch out for this week was Miami. They beat FSU. It was a pretty good game. FSU definitely hung in there tough. They're definitely not the team they were last year. They were ass last year, but they're pretty tough now this year. Bama beat Vandy. They were tied at halftime. Bama took over in the second half. Didn't allow Vandy to score. In the last game that I watched, and I watched a good majority of this game, was Clemson versus UNC.
Yeah.
No real playoff type implications or anything, but just some good ACC football. Belichick and Dabo Swinney, and Dabo showed them this is a different league down here.
Yeah.
You ain't got the boys yet, and my question is, does Bill even stick around to even get the boys? Is Bill Belichick? Is this going to take 2 or 3 years, and does he stay beyond next year? Or does he stay beyond this year?
If he doesn't stay, why else did he go down there?
The Netflix series got
he
canceled.
needed a job. Just needed a job.
They were shooting.
And his girl went all nuts.
a Hulu series they were shooting with
About him?
Belichick in North Carolina.
And his girl got all nuts.
No. They just canceled the shooting of it, but they have
Interesting.
footage of the season so far and behind the scenes.
Nothing related to his girl.
But
do you think it's just
nothing has
because
come out about?
Do you
his
think
girl.
it could just be because that Bill Belichick sucks behind the camera? He's not TV worthy. You're not going to get good stuff.
I saw a funny clip of him and Nick Saban. Nick Saban before the game.
Yeah.
He gives Nick Saban because
Oh,
I learned a
yeah,
lot from Nick Saban. Nick Saban was like, I never thought in my life I get to tell you you're full of shit.
Yeah, I did see
So
that.
I learned way more from you than you ever learned from me.
Yeah. But I think your comment, last week or 2 weeks ago, about Nick Saban and Belichick teaming up and going to a team would be so fire.
It would
bro.
have to be in the NFL.
NFL.
Yeah, in the
Nick
NFL.
Saban's not going back to
He's
college
done.
in this
Right, in the
NIL era.
Nope.
He thinks that
It's whack.
it's
Yeah.
whack.
In the NFL, listen, Jets, Johnson family, sell the team. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Belichick's never
Belichick
going
would
back to the Jets.
never
Never back
Go
the
to
Jets.
Idaho.
Belichick's next move will be if Dabo gets fired. I believe he's going
Yeah,
to be the
yeah,
first call. If you're the New York Giants, first
Yeah.
person you call is
And
Bill
and if you
Belichick.
have Saban as
That's
your
his
player,
dream job.
Saban as your player personnel.
Yeah.
Or your fucking defensive coordinator.
Or your assistant head coach or whatever. Like, they do
Yeah,
that shit all the
Your
time.
defensive coordinator, associate head coach.
Yeah.
Or second head coach.
Yeah,
like
they do
that.
that all the
Like
time.
Yeah,
That'll be
crazy.
so nuts.
It
bro.
have to be in the NFL. It
Or
probably would have to
Gruden.
be.
Or Gruden.
I
I
think
do love
Gruden's like
Gruden.
blackballed. No,
But everyone says that he's
Yeah,
black.
but what he did was he won the
he was
the
out
thing
there
against-
dropping f bombs, and I ain't talking about fuck.
He won the thing. He won the thing against the NFL. So now he gets to.
Oh, yeah, that's
subpoena
right, that's
all
right,
their
that's right.
emails and
Yeah, he
text
does.
messages.
Well, they
So-
did that to him. They basically went through. That's the thing with him and his brother when they were talking shit back and forth. That's how they
But
went through
that's
his emails.
But that's the thing. Now he gets to expose all the NFL's bullshit that they talk about. And
Yeah,
and
so-
shit. So now they're like they may settle now because they don't want all that shit to become public. Now
I think
that
he
it-
knows a
And
lot of it
also,
already.
whatchamacallit is allowed to take his case to court too. Brian Flores.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so now he's gonna. I mean, if I was him, I would I don't know if I would do that.
Because he's
Yeah,
starting to get a
job.
good run. He's got a good job right now.
Stick with it.
Just leaves a bad taste in their mouth, and then when you go back for those head coaching interviews, I'm sure they're gonna they're
Be
not gonna
shaky.
forget.
I think Gruden though is too much like that bull, where it's like he's very high energy, like kind of lets the guys ball a little bit. Where like a disciplinary
Yeah,
would
but
be.
Gruden
like,
can actually be.
He's an
a
X's and
leader.
O's.
yeah.
That was
it's a
like.
genius.
That
I
was
don't think that was an
offense.
actual leader of men. He might
No.
just be a good coach, but I don't know if the guy. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see Coach Dowell today.
Yeah,
And
no,
his,
nobody's
his
like doing
offenses
that.
is capable of your quarterback putting up 450 and 3
Yeah.
touchdowns, but like once every 3 years. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
that is not good in the NFL.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but some college football games I'm looking at this week. We got Indiana at Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State at Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
Bama at Missouri. You got the Red River rivalry this week. I don't know how much it means with Texas losing their ranking, but
It
it's
means
always
a lot for
huge.
Texas,
game.
bro.
It's their Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're probably not gonna win.
No.
Especially if John
It's gonna be a
Mateer,
dog fight, though.
he says he wants to come back. He wants
For
to
that
be,
game, I heard
He
he's.
wants to be out here for Red River rivalry.
Bro.
So if he's out there and he's healthy enough, they're probably not.
and that's
Texas
at
probably not.
Oklahoma, no?
I don't know where it's at this year.
Listen, Arch can save his whole season if he just goes out
If
there
he just wins
and
that.
wins that game.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Throw everything else out the window, Arch. Like, and toss that thing, boy.
Yeah. You got Michigan at USC. There's a lot of good Big Ten matchups.
Yeah.
Michigan at USC. Nebraska versus Maryland. Some good SEC matchups. Georgia, Auburn.
Mm.
South Carolina, LSU. And in the ACC, independent action, you got NC State playing Notre Dame. Notre Dame put together 3 wins in a row. They're trying to get back into the top 10, top 12, make a playoff spot. And then we have our beloved Scarlet Knights playing Washington. At
Yes,
Washington.
sir.
So
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, they could win that.
some good conference football coming up.
No, we hope that they can win it. You know what? They could have won in Minnesota too, but this defense,
Bro.
this is like when your defense doesn't play well.
What happened
It's
with
like-
Patel, too? Why didn't he kick the...
Got hurt, you said, right?
I think he
Yeah, I
got
think
hurt.
he got hurt, but he also
Yeah,
had
what?
been missing, bro. He'd been missing. He
So
missed,
missed
they
a couple.
benched him?
he missed a couple of the blackout game.
The
Remember,
Iowa
bro?
game.
Yeah.
It was tough. So it's like I don't think they trust him like that. And you know what? Like when your defense isn't playing well, it's tough to have confidence because it's like, is Rutgers really going to win a shootout? Probably not. Do they have firepower? Yes,
Yeah.
but they're not shootout worthy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you don't have the defense, so it's kind of tough.
I don't think Washington is as good though as this year.
Yeah, so
The last couple of years.
Yeah.
so they could take one from Washington. That'll be great.
Sometimes they play better on the road.
Yeah, that is very true.
No
That is very
distractions.
true. But a team that we haven't been talking about on the college side of things that would be dope to kind of take a look at is the Buffs, bro. Colorado and Coach Prime.
I think that whole thing is not what it used to be.
It's-
Coach Prime needs to focus on his health.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of health issues. I can't even believe that he he's dealing with all the health issues that he deals with, and then goes back on the field like right after.
Yeah.
So he probably got to watch his health. But you know what?
The fact of the matter is, though, like that offense all of a sudden found its way. Like, you know,
That
takes time. I mean, you got a new quarterback. He's trying to, you know, they were still kind of having a quarterback competition the first 2-3 weeks. You know,
but they were in a shootout against.
But they said he's one of 2 FBS quarterbacks with like 30 rushing touchdowns and 60 like passing touchdowns. Like the guy, he's a baller. He can make plays.
Yeah,
you gotta give him an opportunity. Listen, they give the best opportunity in Colorado. You get all the top coaching. Yeah, you're getting Coach Prime. You got Warren Sapp. You got all these people. Is Pat Shurmur still up there?
I think so.
You got an opportunity to get to the next level. They've gotten quite a couple of guys to the next level, and I don't know if they still have the same level of talent that they've had in the last 2 years, but they don't have the same level of expectations either. Right. So they can fly a little bit under the radar, and they can still wins. Right. But they play good. They're very they're a lot more competitive than they've been.
Than they've ever been, and what I would say, not ever been, but than they've been since before Coach Prime. But what I'm trying to say to that is the fact that they don't have that talent, I think, is even a better thing for them because they get to keep these guys now longer than one year on the bus.
But Travis and Shador, they were a draw.
Yeah,
wanted to watch
for sure.
You wanted to be viewing that on Saturday night when they were playing. You were going to watch the game.
They were must see.
Now it's like catch the highlights.
Exactly. It's catch the highlights, but don't be surprised if next year with that same team they come back and like they're top 25 again. Like I could easily see that. Easily. The way they were playing against TCU, bro, was nice. I was like it was all right.
No, they're good. They're a good team. They make plays. They're good. It's just they have to get more consistent. Yeah. They got to get consistent. Once they get more consistent, and again, the same thing I have question was for Belichick is how long does he stay there? How long does Coach Prime stay here? You deal with the health issues. Son's not there anymore. Do you have the same passion and incentive to stay there for the foreseeable future? Mm-hmm. I don't know if how that program continues to get built. But so far, so good. If they can continue on the trajectory that they are currently on, they'll be fine. They'll be absolutely fine. And some other sports news. Another sports story or sports-related story that took over the airwaves this week was none other than former New York Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez. First comes across the headlines, Mark Sanchez was stabbed. Everyone's like, oh my God, what happened to Mark Sanchez? Then more details started to come out. Turns out Mark Sanchez was harassing the guy who was just trying to do his job. The guy's like, what's going on with this guy? Ends up having they get into a fight. The guy ends up stabbing him because he's, in fear for his life. And now Mark Sanchez is facing some pretty serious charges, felony charges. And that's just proof, folks, that the Jets curse is real and it follows you wherever you go. You can't escape that type of shit. You can't even fucking shower that shit off you. No. So Mark Sanchez, I know the only reason I'm joking about it is because Mark Sanchez is okay. The guy's okay. Was fucked up. You gotta be chilling. You're supposed to be calling the game,
right? That's
Sunday
what I'm saying.
Morning, and you're out here getting so hammered, blackout drunk. You know what I'm saying? And you're starting fights with random people. Guys just draining the oil at the restaurant at the hotel, minding his business. Can you imagine that? He's doing your job. Mark Sanchez walks up to you. You're at the loading dock.
And Mark Sanchez is like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah. Southern California Mexican. Yeah. Used to be a firefighter.
Yeah, Facts. The NFL
he was inebriated to the point where he doesn't even remember getting stabbed. Like when they asked him the next day, like what happened, he was like, I can't even tell you what happened. I don't know.
I saw a supposed picture of the dude, and the dude got gashed.
I heard across his face, right?
Yeah, it's in his face.
Yeah, they said the guy's gonna take a little bit. Like he needs a little bit of recovery time.
Oh wow,
it's bad.
Yeah, and again, the guy just. I don't know what it is about the alcohol in Indianapolis. I mean, rest in peace to Jim Irsay, but he had a pretty big alcohol problem out there. Pat McAfee went swimming in the aqueduct out there. He got arrested for that. They got Mark. It's like I don't know what's going on.
There's nothing else to do.
Nothing else. I've been there. Good food. Good. They got they got some good barbecue out there. Like they steal a little bit of swag from the Midwest. Yeah. So they got some good barbecue out there. But yeah, poor Mark Sanchez. Hope you can figure that out. Prayers to the victim. Hope he gets healed up. And Mark Sanchez, we hope you get the help you need. Because you gotta watch that Jets curse off you, my boy.
Yeah, we still fuck with you. USC days.
Yeah, bro. We like that.
We fuck with you, but you got to get your shit together. What about the Yanks? What's going on with the Yanks?
They're down 5-1 in the bottom of the 8th, like a bunch of assholes, bro.
Right now?
right now.
Damn.
They're about to
Judge hit
get
a
bounced.
They're about to get sent home, so we're not even gonna. We'll skip the Yankees part, and if they make it around and they're around next week to talk about it, we'll talk about them. But I did find out the day of the sports equinox. Sports equinox begins or takes place on October 27th. That's when you're gonna have the NFL, MLB, NHL, and NFL all on the same time. So you can look forward to that. We'll talk about a little. We'll start getting into a little NBA stuff. We'll start mixing that in. One thing that stuck out to me, I wanted to mention it last week, but I'm gonna put in my notes for this week, is that the Curry brothers will be playing together for this season.
Oh wow!
Steph and Seth. Seth had just signed to the Warriors. Yeah, I know that's probably been a lifelong goal of them. That's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
hopefully, like Seth is a very streaky guy. I like Seth.
Come playoff time.
Yeah, come playoff time. I mean, he's a guy. He can get you 30.
Yeah.
He can get you 30 if really needed. If he gets going, so he's not a bad guy. He can play defense.
He'll have a few games where he definitely goes off.
He'll have a
you
few
know.
games. So I think that'll be cool.
The
That'll be
real
cool for
splash,
Steph.
really the splash brother there.
Actual
If they
Seth,
can get it, you know.
Splash Brothers for
Yeah.
sure. And I know that Steph, he played with his brother-in-law, his sister's husband, played with them for a little bit. So now it's cool to get to play with his actual brother. Maybe it'd be cool if all three of them play together.
All in the family.
But speaking of the Currys, I know Aisha Curry was making waves this week for some comments that she might have made that some people may have taken out of context, you know, or not out of context, but they're just not understanding the person, you know, given their experience or purview of something. And basically to, you know, put in a nutshell what she was saying, she's basically like, you know, it was Steph that wanted to get married when you know, they were younger, and he was the one that wanted to be with her, type of deal. And like, you know, she didn't get to like experience like dating or doing all this stuff in her younger days. And, you know, some people took that as like, you know, she's unhappy with her sister, and that maybe she's not unhappy, but I know that was making waves this week. You guys seen?
I feel like she said that like not too long ago as well, and everyone made a big deal about
she's
it.
on Red Table Talk or something.
Yeah, on Red
She
Table
said,
Talk.
on Red
she
Table
might
Talk,
have
she said
something
she
like
wants
that.
attention too. Like,
Yeah.
she wants people to come up to her and be like,
She goes on The View, like, you have a name, you have a, like, bro, relax. Like, why do
Yeah.
you have to go on podcasts with, like,
and your husband doesn't bother anybody.
yeah, like, you're on podcasts with, like, these young little blonde girls.
He's not on the
All they do is
blogs.
talk shit.
Yeah.
All these girls do is talk
Right.
shit.
But imagine if Steph was like on the blogs, right? If you were they're like, oh, Steph
Like
Curry
Kevin
was
Durant,
with this
like-
girl. Like, no, he's not doing any of that
Bro,
stuff.
he's a good dude. He's
Yeah.
a quiet dude. Stays to himself.
Yeah.
Like, bro, why the fuck are you at
Maybe
open
she
your
thinks he's
mouth?
boring.
Maybe.
Maybe she thinks he's boring.
Maybe.
I don't know how that could be boring.
I mean, he doesn't seem like they have mad fun, like in the house type fun. Like they gonna play game, like
Yeah,
LeBron,
they
like you know what I'm
chill,
saying.
they
Like
chill.
they
Got
do,
four
like
kids.
they got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Mad
not
bread.
financial, bro. You know how 99% of women in your fucking same role with like 4 kids, and your husband works all the time.
But she still
probably.
works too, and she has a successful business. She has a successful chain of restaurants.
by choice.
By choice.
Mhm,
Well, I mean, of course.
Not by not by.
Not by necessity. Yeah.
But you compare that to the 99% of other women,
Yeah.
bro. Like you got a good situation.
Yeah,
like
she's
be
doing
grateful.
alright.
Be grateful.
I don't think.
for
I
what you
think
got.
maybe she just needs a little perspective. That might.
Yeah.
That might be all.
And you can't let it out on a podcast. Like
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah,
oh, I go to
'cause it
therapy.
gets taken
I go
out
to
of
therapy.
context. Yeah.
Keep therapy in therapy. Stop
Yeah.
bringing therapy into podcast.
Right.
That's true.
That's
And
wild.
maybe I think that sometimes I think when people talk, they don't realize how far what they're saying may go. You're saying it in a room full of, you know, right here there's 3 of us, but tomorrow this could be seen by thousands of people.
Right.
So I think you have to take that into account. Yeah, but back to on the main point was NBA. NBA's coming up. You guys think Luka and LeBron? What do you think? LeBron's in his last couple of days, one last run. I think if they gel and they really like everybody carves out a role, they could make a run.
Bro, they're gonna make a run.
Yeah, they're gonna make
They're
a
gonna make a run.
They looked
They
good
have
last
to.
year.
They almost have to.
They have to.
They looked good last year
For
together.
Luka's sake, not LeBron.
Yeah, you know, Luka obviously like for some reason we have a very short memory with Luka. It's like the second like he's not playing basketball or we don't see him do
It
something
looks like he's in pretty good shape.
super
right now.
dope, like we feel like he's not good at basketball and we forget that he's like
I've never
6'7".
I've never thought that.
6'7". I'm just saying the general public. We forget that he's like 6'7" or whatever he is.
People treated him like Zion. And it's like,
Yeah,
bro, he's
yeah.
on the court producing.
That's exactly how they were
Yeah,
treating him the last year.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like nah, this guy wins.
Zion's back in shape too.
Yeah, he wins. He gets it going, and him and LeBron
He's
with an
got to
off
stay away
season.
from the corn star.
Yep, with an off season to play with each other. I think the sky's the limit for them. But the West, it's a difficult place to play.
I just don't want LeBron and Luka to be a what if.
Yeah.
I want them to be what if, because they could easily turn themselves into a woulda, coulda, shoulda, what if type of duo, or they could end up being looked at as one of those dynamic duos.
We got to see LeBron and Kyrie when we thought we weren't gonna get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we got to see it. We were like,
Yes.
oh my god.
And I think it could be something similar to that, and speaking of dynamic duos, brings me into our next segment, which is some of the dynamic duos across sports, across entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned earlier today, like the Detroit Lions, they have Montgomery and Gibbs, two-headed monster at the running back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are two guys that literally play off each other in contrast. When they're clicking, you have and he's healthy, you have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, who have been doing it since college. Who are some of your guys' favorite duos in sports?
I mean,
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't even have to be current. You can go back. You can go, your Brady Gronk, your Jordan Pippen, your Shaq Kobe.
yeah. I mean, Shaq Kobe's always the first one that comes right off.
Shaq Kobe could have
Right
been
off
so
the
much,
top.
I
much better.
like the Penny Shack.
Penny Shaq was
Yeah.
tough too.
That was like
Yeah.
that duo.
Penny Shaq was tough.
And like where it came from, like they were on a movie set together.
Yeah.
I got one. I got one for you. T Mac and Yao
Yeah, that was great.
when they were like at the height,
That was great.
and they were making the playoffs like every year.
When Yao figured it out. and
When
he was
Yao
like,
figured it out.
Oh, okay.
When Yao figured it out,
Yeah.
they were doing some numbers down there, basketball wise.
That's a
Yeah.
great team, bro.
Yao was a
Who
problem.
was that? Didn't they have Rafer Alston on that team?
Yeah.
Like,
Malu,
Yeah.
it's a
He
Malu.
had a
Shout out to them.
squad, a little
Yeah.
squad,
Had
like a
some-
quiet.
yeah,
little
Trevor
squad.
Ariza.
Trevor Ariza, yeah, bro. They had some
Ron Artest for a little bit.
A little bit. That was a good squad right
Yeah.
there. I mean, you know me. I'm a Falcons fan, so I like that whole like Warwick Dunn, Michael Vick duo.
I liked Roddy and
Roddy and who?
and Julio.
Roddy and who? When who first got there, bro? Roddy and
That's
who?
a dynamic duo.
That was
Or
tough.
if you just
bro.
want to say Matt Ryan and Julio.
Yeah, but Roddy and who was a
Like
better
Rod-
duo.
Yeah, because like those guys aren't the same prototypical receivers.
No.
There's
Mm-mm,
two,
they were
and
different.
play different.
They
They
were
look different.
Yep.
Different swag.
Yeah.
Like one was number 11 always, one was 84. So
Yep.
it, was
Yeah,
two-
yeah.
it wasn't like an 84, 88. It was like
Yeah.
11 and 84.
It was like new school,
Yeah.
old school
Yeah,
style.
new school, old school.
And they
That's
were
what it felt
ripping,
like.
and they were ripping
And
together.
they were ripping.
Yeah, yo.
My favorite football is obviously, and this is biased, I'll give you another one, but my favorite was obviously all time is Brady and Gronk. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, just the fun like they had, like they played so much fun, and Brady was very like serious, like because obviously the culture around there, and Gronk made that team. He even made Belichick. It made everybody have to be like a little more lighthearted, a little
Yeah,
more fun, and the motherfucker called a lot of balls, called a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think he's got like 60-something touchdowns for his career, which is crazy for a tight end.
Yeah, no,
And,
that's a great one.
Like, that's a good one. Even Brady and Moss.
I mean, mine would probably be like Ahmad Bradshaw and Jacobs
Jacobs,
when they won the
yeah.
Super
Bro,
Bowl.
yeah,
Like,
Earth, Wind, and Fire, whatever they
Yeah.
call that
Yeah.
That was a
situation. Thunder
great
and Lightning.
How
offensive
about
line.
in college, Lindell White, Reggie Bush?
Nuts.
Killer,
That was one of my favorite.
killer.
And in the NFL,
Lindell
Lindell White
White's-
and Chris Johnson.
Yeah. Lando White, Chris Johnson.
That was nasty too.
Yeah, that was nasty
Yo,
too.
Chris Johnson. Shout out to Chris Johnson, though.
One of the best.
CJ2K.
We can't allow this man to be forgotten.
My
yo.
first Believe No Hype piece that I ever made,
Yeah.
like back 20 years ago, was about Chris Johnson and Adrian Peterson. Like after they both had rushed for 2,000 yards.
yeah.
So shout
You know,
out
I'm
to
gonna give you-
CJ2K.
Chopper City Juke.
I hate to say it, but I got to give it to LaDainian Tomlinson and Phil Rivers, bro.
I mean, they had a three-headed monster, but
Yeah,
you got to throw Gates in that.
Gates
too.
in
There you
there.
go, Gates, because I was thinking Gates or
Yeah.
him, but like Phil threw the ball to LT a
Yeah.
A lot.
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 He was like he would do anything.
Absolutely.
anything.
If they had kept up, if he had been able to keep up that pace he had in those early Charger years, and never had to go to the Jets and all that bullshit way his career
Yeah.
ended, I mean,
Yeah.
numbers were crazy at that time.
And consistent.
I mean, like you talking about like 20, people giving like 20 touchdowns. Or something.
Yeah.
He
Like,
broke
regular.
He had the record.
It was nuts.
That's
Are there baseball duos out there, really? Like Manny Ramirez and
Manny
Big
and
Papi?
Poppy. That's what
You
I have
know
on
what
my
I'm
list.
saying?
Manny
Like,
and Poppy.
They were
and
like
A-Rod and Jeter.
A-Rod and
Even though
Jeter.
they hated each other.
Yeah,
They were boys and they weren't boys, and they were like pretended to be boys. Like,
Yeah.
The stories are crazy though. Like
Yeah.
the stories about A-Rod in his time with the Yankees were like people would go to his apartment and he'd be like, "Oh, come in," and like he'd have TVs in every room playing highlights of himself. Like
yeah, I can see that. I can 100% see
it was
that.
weird shit going on.
I
Like
can
you
see-
give
I
these
can
guys
100% see
stupid
that.
money to live in New York City. Like
Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yo.
Didn't even mention
yeah, you
them.
can say that.
Yeah.
Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yeah, for sure.
Basketball, LeBron and D. We were talking about LeBron and Kyrie. LeBron and D Wade, I think you got to put that in there. Like, I feel like that's underrated. Like,
Kyrie,
it
LeBron.
was only 4 years, but like that 4 years they went to the finals like every year,
Stupid.
and they won 2 chips.
Kyrie, LeBron, you could say.
Kyrie,
that
LeBron,
easy.
they won a chip that they weren't supposed to win.
If you had to give it to 2 guys on the Celtics, who would you give it to? Garnett
All
and Pierce?
time?
Garnett and Pierce? No, just during the run where they were battling it out with the Heat every year.
It would be Garnett and Pierce.
Garnett and
Garnett
Pierce.
Pierce?
Yeah.
But now obviously they got to duo their own, Tatum and Brown.
Yeah.
That can't really get it done.
I mean, they won a chip.
They
though.
got it done.
They won a
Got it.
chip.
Yeah, they got it.
got it
They
done. Technically.
They just won it was like the most lackluster chip of all time. I mean, I guess not for Boston, but
I like the bubble chip more than their chip.
yeah,
bro. Like,
same.
A football one that I think could be dope, like they're starting, is Rashawn Gary and Michael Parsons.
Yeah, that's a great duo.
Those two stay together for a while.
But
defensively.
Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons kind of reminds me of when the Colts had freaking
Dwight
Freeney
Dwight
and
Freeney
Robert
and
Mathis.
Robert Mathis, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
You wasn't a pass rush
Yo, we
duo?
Oh yeah, that's a duo. That's a duo right there.
I got,
Mathis and
like,
Freeney.
bro.
yeah, Mathis and Freeney, but he knows.
Tuck and OC. Well,
There were multiple duos.
they started. Yeah, it started as Tuck
Straight
and
hands.
straight
Strahan
hand,
and Tuck.
right?
Straight
Yeah.
hand.
Then it was straight hand and OC, or no, straight hand and OC,
Then it was
right?
Tuck and OC.
Yeah, Tuck and OC.
And then it was Pierre Paul.
Ah,
Holmes,
yes,
and
yes.
OC.
bro.
Bro, it
Yes.
was nasty.
It just was line after
They
line
were
after
throwing, like
line.
Barry Cofield and like
Yeah.
these other big defensive
100%.
tackles.
Yeah.
And it was just a nasty
100%.
defense.
Yeah,
How about
bro.
Matt Stafford and whoever he's throwing the fucking football? He did it with Megatron.
Matt-
He did it with Cooper Cup. Now he's
Yeah.
doing it with Puka Nacua. Like
Yeah,
he'll
but
turn you into a stud.
He picks one stud.
Yeah, he's like, I just give me, and now he's got
Like-
Devontae Adams too.
Yeah, but Stafford
give
and
me a guy who'll throw the ball.
Megatron was special because
Unfair, but didn't win anything.
They didn't win anything, but he used to literally.
They legit went 0-16. bro.
yeah,
Bro, but their teams were. Look at their
Yeah.
their
Yeah, defenses
rosters.
were terrible.
Their
Defenses
defenses
were
were
ass.
horrendous.
absolutely horrible.
Coaching wasn't
Yep.
always there.
And he used
They
to.
hired Jim Schwartz and let him rock out there for like not
Yeah,
Jim
they
Schwartz.
did.
Uh,
I mean, he
Jim
was
Caldwell.
there.
Jim Caldwell. Jim Schwartz was there,
Yeah.
but Jim Caldwell,
Yeah,
like when he was like, because he won a Super Bowl with the Colts, and then they let him
Yep.
like go up there. It was like I don't
Crazy.
know. But yeah, so let's switch that into we talked about some football guys, some basketball guys, but let's switch into that some of that chemistry sometimes what people can carry across the screen and carry franchises for years. I mean, think about Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan, Rush Hour,
right.
historical
Killer.
franchise. Bad Boys, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, they're 4 deep. They may even make a 5th one.
Right.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, right? Two guys
Easy.
came off the streets of Boston, wrote a couple flicks, and used Harvey Weinstein's money to make themselves rich. We won't talk about that too much, but
Yeah.
they are a duo who I don't see them together too much anymore. But if they could get the old gang back together,
Yeah.
they
You
used
see-
to make hits.
You see the actor duos like mostly in like comedies. I feel like before you would see it anywhere else. I feel like in the dramas you see the director actor duos. You
Yes, like a Denzel and
Yeah.
and a Spike
know?
Lee.
Yeah.
You're definitely right.
Like with
Yeah.
the Adam Sandler.
I mean,
clique.
Paul Walker and Vin Diesel. That's not really comedy.
That's true. That's true.
They
Paul
did
Walker,
that
Vin
for
Diesel.
till the guy died.
Yeah.
So, and even after he died, they
They
Still
kept
going.
going.
kept him in there. And they said, and he's gonna be in the last one. They said, not him, but
Mm.
his likeness, and
That's crazy.
Yeah.
that is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It is kind of crazy. But we love to see Sean and Marlon Wayans. I was thinking as I was
yeah.
creating this segment, I thought about that. I'm like, I watched the Wayans brothers.
All right. Hold up.
It's TV.
We don't have a lot of time,
No, we're almost done.
but I did watch him last night.
oh, let's go.
I did watch him
That's
last
perfect.
night.
That's a perfect way to
Hold
roll
up.
into
Yeah.
our
Like, I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
the
no, no,
segment.
no, 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 no. We mentioned Marlon. We're just transitioning. So give us your take because we have what we
Bro.
think, but we want to hear you.
The movie
Let's go.
was extremely mid, bro. Like it was
all right,
one of the
all right,
most.
don't start there. That's a
Yeah.
very vague statement.
I don't. I
hold on, hold on,
We
hold on,
want
hold on.
specifics. We want
Hold on.
spoilers.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I need. And here's the thing. I need to watch again because I feel like it was almost too simple. Because
Yes.
the fact of the matter is like
this is what
like,
we were saying.
the whole thing of like football being God, like football being the fucking the end all be all, and that like
No,
this.
but
like,
he didn't even remember. Because he specifically says this in the movie. He said, "Oh, people say God, family, football. For me, it's football, football, family, God, or something."
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That's what he said.
Which was interesting because that I feel like didn't really 100% translate. Here's what I'll say. I low key liked the ending, bro. Like at first I was like, "This is
But
kind of
didn't make
stupid."
sense though.
Did it make sense?
Like
No,
the one
it did
guy
not
lives
make sense.
killed by an invisible
Yeah.
thing.
It made absolutely
And the
no
band
sense.
wa-
Come on,
watches.
spend the
Yeah.
extra money, get some CGI, and make
Yeah.
whatever the thing
Yeah.
was. That was like, come on.
It made absolutely no sense, but it kind of
I
gave
think
me.
I think they were gonna CGI it, and then they were like, nah, just leave it like that.
Bro, it
Have him
gave me.
100%
explode in the
what happened.
background.
Yeah,
That's
he did explode in the
100%
back.
what
He did
happened.
explode in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
He did it. You
That's
saw the
100%
blood.
what happened, though.
Yeah. But like it was like
don't even CGI it.
but it just didn't seem deep enough, bro. They were just missing on like so many like like if it was just a football movie, it would have been kind of fire.
Have you ever seen Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah, but it's so
like a
long
football
ago,
version of
bro.
that.
It was kind of, but it was more overt. Like, I'm gonna show you what behind the scenes and the party stuff. But
Yeah.
it was weird because like it would dabble in the like, okay, is it sexual blackmail? Is it like what is it?
Right.
Or is it like ritual sacrifice? Like what is it?
And you thought
But it didn't overtly tell you. It was just like, oh, sign your soul to the
Right.
Not even
to the
that.
sheep.
Not even
But
that.
there
It
wasn't even
it
any
was,
sexual.
I'm putting my blood in you, and that turns you into the goat.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And that doesn't even that was
I
dumb.
got the blood of old Lenny over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was like
1920. Like,
yeah,
what
and
the
he won.
fuck?
He was the goat, and
Yeah.
I'm the goat. The pass down all the goats.
the difference is me, bro. Like fucking smash
Nah.
his head. It just
Here's
didn't.
my all right.
Hold on.
Well, hurry up,
Yeah, all right, go.
because you're not fucking getting
No,
where I'm trying to get.
Because he said the bullshit about the fucking sexual blackmail, all that stuff. I felt like every time it was gonna go down one of these like quote unquote Illuminati rabbit holes of like, oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. It didn't actually go down
Yeah.
it deep enough.
It'd be a
It
hard
just-
stop.
It just did a hard stop and went directly
All
to
right.
the next thing. And it's like it was barely any Illuminati bullshit because it was like, yo, like
You're missing you're missing the thing that me and him were. First of all, they make the whole thing seem like it could have just been like a dream, or he hit his head and
Yeah.
Exactly.
like, oh, there's none of this
Like,
is really.
remember when he's
happening.
on the field, what hits him in the back of the head? Not a
There's
regular
some random
person.
guy in his
Right.
costume.
In a fucking
So
costume.
you don't know if that's real or
So
not.
He could have been
After he hits the goalpost and the ball keeps spinning forever, which we know
Exactly.
doesn't happen. So that made it seem like it was like almost like Inception when the thing kept spinning. It was you were in a fake.
Exactly.
So I thought that was like, oh, the Inception. Here's so you know that
Or the
right, everything
coffee
from
cup.
here is fake.
In Get
Right.
Out.
right.
Right. So I thought that ball forever spinning was like, oh, that's the transition.
Exactly.
Everything from here on out is fake. He got a concussion.
Yeah.
He's just tripping.
Exactly.
And then at the end, all this is
Because
gonna make.
even the premise was weird of like, oh, you have to go before they draft you. They want you to work out with the
this
quarterback
guy.
Yeah.
that you're
that's on the
taking his
team, that
job.
You're going to take his job. That's a weird
That
premise.
never
'cause, like that
happens.
never happens.
But they also didn't explain like these all the visions. Like what was going up with that? Like he's having
Oh, the
visions. what
visions
was
was
real?
because he got cracked in his
Yeah.
head.
Right, but I feel like the crack in the head didn't even like he didn't have to get crack in the head for all that stuff to happen.
Exactly.
So you know,
Exactly.
But that's the thing. It's like, think about it. Will
Exactly.
any
But they
rational,
said we cracked him in the head so we could get you closer to us.
right?
any,
they did say that.
would any rational person sit in front of a jugs machine and get pelted in the face with a
Yeah,
football?
right then and there.
Like,
exactly.
No rational person would. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody. So it's like, okay, is he hallucinating all this shit?
Just to like you think you're about to be that guy. I think he was gonna be Julian Edelman after that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the main thing is like, okay, big budget movie showing behind the scenes of the occult a little bit.
Yeah.
Just showing anything occult.
But again, what he was saying, I just don't feel like they went even full of cult.
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
didn't.
go full
like,
cult,
they
bro.
teased it, but like it was like, are these people supernatural? Are they like
we'll
are
sh-
they a
We'll
cult?
show you a checkered board. We'll show you Kanye's ex, who's like known to be
Oh,
like,
Julia Fox.
Yeah.
who's known to do like fucking that kind of like ritualistic kind of
Yeah.
shit. So it's like, okay, we got
The
her
desert.
coming in.
Like remember when they were out in the desert and they were shooting the guns and they like dragged that mask out.
I thought that was gonna be a
I thought
person.
that was gonna be a person, and they
No,
were gonna be
it
like
was
after
no
he
one.
shot it, and they were gonna
Yeah,
pull it up and be
yeah,
like
yeah.
he had killed someone he knew.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
gonna be the mask, the girl who they killed in the thing. I thought
Oh,
they were gonna
yeah,
pull
yeah,
her
yeah,
out and be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
they
yeah.
weren't actually dead.
That
But
scene didn't make
instead,
sense either.
She runs in the sauna.
Right.
Yeah,
I was like, that's wild, bro.
Bro, it just like all those things. But even Marlon, like
but I don't
First-
think he killed her though.
who?
That girl in the shower, I don't think he kills her.
The girl in the shower.
Yeah, in the sauna.
Oh no, Marlon killed her.
I don't think she died. I think he just fucked her up.
Oh, okay.
I went and looked that up to see if she because I thought that too.
Yeah.
Then it was like, oh, she just got fucked up.
But I will say this: Marlon did a great job. I think the acting was actually really good.
You
To
thought
be
he was
honest
good?
with you, I thought he did a good job. I don't
I
think
thought
that,
the kid did a good job.
I don't think
Yeah.
I thought the kid did a good job. I kind of want to see him I kind of want to see them both in other movies that are more in this realm. You know, I'm not saying thrillers,
Yeah.
but where they're not funny guys. They're like the guys.
Because it felt a little like Netflixy,
Yeah.
you know. But
He
then,
could have
like,
definitely went to Netflix.
like I don't know what it was, but those two guys, the quarterback and
Yeah, and Marlon.
Marlon, bro, they were just killers. You were like, bro, they could be in any big budget movie
Yes, bro.
and just kill any dramatic role.
And they can hold the screen, bro. Because when
Yeah.
Marlon when they were on the screen together, you're like watching, like, oh shit. Like, remember when they were in the room and Marlon had the
He
gun
didn't
to
go
him?
quite crazy enough.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm about to say
Yeah.
next.
He didn't go crazy enough for me.
Neither of them. Not even Marlon went
No,
crazy.
no. I'm talking about Marlon.
Oh,
the
facts.
the guy doesn't need to go
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
That character was just fine, but the Marlon character needed to be deeper and crazier than he was. It
Right.
shouldn't be like
It didn't seem like he was like involved in the cult enough. Like it didn't seem like he was even like sold out. Like
and then it's like at the end, it's like, oh, like what happens now? Those cheerleaders that were there, they're not gonna
Right.
go tell anybody.
Yeah,
everyone's
they
just dead.
murdered the
Are they
whole
ghosts?
ownership.
Are they real? Did he
The
get killed
starting
by a ghost?
quarterback.
Because like if he got killed by a demonic entity at the end, right? Because if you go look up the synopsis, at the end it says, oh, he's killed by an invisible demonic entity, right? So that's showing you that in this place there's real there's like real, but it's like you don't get that. You don't get any vibe of like actual real
That's
demons.
the first time a
or
real
the
demon
devil or anything.
exactly. Like remember when Julia Fox looked at the beheaded
Yes.
dude?
Yes.
It was like there was not a lot of context with that, and it was like you could have given us more.
Like they've
context.
seen
yeah,
crazier shit
what did he
before.
get sacrificed for? They said, oh, chapter day 11,
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
What did he even get
He
sacrificed
was the
for?
one doing the
Here's-
shit.
Yeah, here's the trainer's head who was doing the fucking demonic shit with
Yeah.
us.
Like
He was giving him
like-
like little clues. I think that they
he could have killed his
sacrificed him.
mom, his brother, any of those people to make
No, they
it
said
seem
that.
like-
Well, they said at the end that's what they needed them alive as the leverage because
Yeah.
when he didn't, when he was like no, they were like, well, we're gonna kill your whole family.
Oh, facts,
Yeah,
facts,
yeah,
facts.
That's like the leverage. They can't kill your family right away because then they'll make you not want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the fact that his dad had already done a deal with this guy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he
And
got
then
sacrificed.
sacrificed
like,
his dad.
Yeah.
yeah, like
It just was a little all over the
it was
place.
not well executed.
Yeah. It had areas that it could have
I
been
think
better.
the director tried to pay homage to Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
And I have never seen anything by this director before, so I have nothing to compare it to. But if I was to watch it and then you told me Jordan Peele didn't direct it, I would say, well, the person who directed tried to do their best Jordan Peele impersonation.
Yeah.
So again, I don't mean to disrespect the director by doing that, but I just think that the influence was very clear there, and I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, this movie though has now made me think twice before seeing any of these other types of movies. Like I like that and that ilk, like the Jordan Peele style, like big budget horror thriller, intentionally trying to get you to be like whatever freaked or weirded out. Like I
wasn't
kinda
any of
done with
that. I wasn't really scared.
I wasn't scared.
freaked out, weirded
nothing.
out.
I was engaged though.
disappointed.
I was
Yeah, I was
engaged.
engaged. I
It
was
was
engaged.
engaging.
Engaged because you were probably starting to, like me. If you're like me, I was starting to put together what I thought the ending was. Gonna
Right.
Yeah.
Be. And when it wasn't like
But I thought the whole thing was a dream. It should have been a.
that would've
It should have been a
better
dream.
than-
That would have been a fire
the whole
dream.
the whole movie should have been a CTE episode.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like, yo, you've been tweaking out for the last week,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then just be like, and then before
and they were just doing regular training, like, and
Yeah.
it was like,
and then
and
have
then
you meet Marlon and
at the
everything's
end,
like
right?
normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at
And then
the end.
and then you have the question like, oh, is that real or wasn't
maybe
it?
Yeah.
it gives you a hint of like, oh, maybe some of that
Or
dream
he's the
is
devil.
real.
Yeah, like you see him like doing the blood shit or something like that.
Yeah.
I
before he
thought the whole
leaves.
plot of the movie was gonna be that Marlon was the devil, and like,
He was like an angel type shit.
yeah, like.
Mm.
Like the naive young, and he's trying to get
I
corrupted.
mean,
I thought,
that is basically what it
Kinda,
was,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
like, I didn't get the overly like Marlon or like that he had. It should have been like he has a superpower, like, or he had
Mm.
because like if Marlon went through the same thing that this kid went through, right? This kid was like groomed to be this next GOAT, right? But in the beginning of the movie starts with Marlon breaking his leg, winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? So if he was goated up with this GOAT blood at that time,
yeah,
or did he make the deal after that for Marlon?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when did he make his deal?
Yeah.
Because like if you're out here taking his GOAT blood and you fucking can get your fucking leg Joe Theismann,
Yeah.
well he came back. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But you got Joe Theismann, so you really got the super monkey.
But he
blood
won
underneath.
8 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he won 8. But I do like the fact that
crazy.
they made it one more than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That it makes it you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
like-
well, this guy must be
yeah.
the real deal.
He's
Like,
better than Tom Brady.
Yeah,
because that's how they start. In the beginning, I thought they really tried to incorporate football.
Yeah, me
Right.
too. I
Up
thought
until
they were gonna
about
make it
midway
realistic.
through the movie, then it's like, no, it was like all football.
Go to
shit.
work out with the quarterback before
Yeah, after
they
the
draft
workout,
you.
But
Nah.
after the workout scene where they're like basically like they kill the one dude, like all right, they at least jacked him up.
And then, and then he cracks the dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm
helmet to
saying. Yeah,
helmet.
that's- like that moment, like I did like that little
It was like that video. You ever
X-ray.
play that video game? It was a like an NFL.
NFL
Blitz.
Street.
No, I think it was NFL Blitz.
Blitz.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Where
was
you-
like
you
that.
have-
Jump across the line of scrimmage and
you-
crack
You
dudes,
could
right?
take steroids in it. You could
Yeah.
take steroids. when you would hit dudes with a hit stick, sometimes you would break their bones, but it would go in slow motion.
Yeah.
Zoom in and
show you the
collarbone snapping, and then it would go back to the regular and be like, "Oh, let's go." Like,
Yeah.
Yo, so my very first Madden I ever had was Madden 2000, and in Madden 2000, like if you went across the line of scrimmage, you could go across the line of scrimmage and crack the quarterback, and like he would like get taken out the game. The ambulance would come on.
Yeah.
Like you get a 15-yard penalty, but like
helmets
done.
used to pop off.
Yeah. Helmets used to pop off was like a thing.
It was a thing, and now they don't pop off.
Yeah, they don't want that.
Madden 2000, Sean Alexander, right? Wasn't he on the cover?
No, John Madden is on the cover.
Yeah,
this is what John Madden was on the cover every year. This is the last year. This is the last year that John Madden was on the cover was 2000.
Okay.
It's just John Madden with his headset on.
Yeah. I remember.
And they came in the little like when games still came in the little square CD things. They weren't in the DVD cases yet.
Yeah.
They were just in the regular CDs. PlayStation 1, I think.
Yeah, PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could go across the line of scrimmage before the whistle and crack somebody, and then they'd be hurt. They'd be like legit hurt.
Yeah.
And the ambulance come on, cart them off. That was great.
Also, movies real quick.
Yes.
And this is for the people too, y'all.
For the people.
You know our boy Daniel Day. He's got that new movie out.
I do. I want to watch that.
I'm trying to see. I heard that was phenomenal.
I'm gonna try to check it out.
I heard that new movie with
his brother directed it.
Yeah. I heard that one's really good. I heard that new Leo movie. I heard that one is
with Teyana Taylor,
bro.
I do want to see that.
Nah, I heard that everyone has
come out yet.
Yeah, it came out last weekend. Everyone at my job that has brought it, they're like, "Yo, this is the fucking movie, bro."
I work in Manhattan. I don't trust one motherfucker.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
anywhere near.
They said the theater was packed, bro. They said there was like it was like essentially sold out. Trying to go see the movie, like
that's what people told you about him too, probably.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, no, I'll check out that Leo.
Yeah,
I'll check out that Leo joint.
Yeah, there's a couple out there.
Yeah.
Leo and Robert Pattinson and J-Law are in that new movie too. That was just won the Le Mans Award. So there's a couple of them.
Nah, I'm not watching no Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson tricked me. I watched that fucking Mickey 17.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah, I don't know. He tricked me. You played 17 versions of yourself in that movie, and they all sucked. So but I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. Before we go, I want to give a special tribute this episode to the one and only Black Swan Espresso.
Oh,
they'll be closing their doors.
That's very true.
But without Black Swan Espresso, we are not here. We're not here right now, not physically in this space. We're not in this city, and maybe our boy doesn't even come back to Jersey.
Facts.
So it connected us to newfound family, like JD and Corey and all the other connections we made around the city. So we can't let this episode end without a toast or cheers or a thank you to the one and only Black Swan Espresso. So big shout out to your mom, Miss Laura. Thank you for opening that up, coming up with that idea, and for everything you did and getting that done. And
appreciate it.
It's been a great run for Black Swan.
10 years.
We're excited about what the next phase of that looks like. And couldn't let this episode end without saying that for sure. That's a big part of what we're doing. And even Believe No Hype wouldn't even be here in this element like this without Black Swan Espresso. So with that being said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Believe No Hype podcast today. If you laugh, learn, or question the hype, remember, like, follow,
and
subscribe, and comment and share. And follow us on all socials. And keep remembering.
On TikTok. Find us on TikTok.
It's on TikTok. X.
Speak to those men in them comments, yo. Talking crazy.
Talk your shit in the comments. But we thank you all for all the support. Everybody that watches and tunes in every single week. Everybody that drops us DMs and comments and feedback on the podcast. This is episode 10, so we made it to double digits, and this is only the beginning. Mm-hmm. We're gonna promise to keep getting better every single week, and bring you guys good content, good funny stuff, sports takes, entertainment.
20 subscribers.
Hey,
we went from 19 to 20 during the podcast.
That's right. Episode 10 with 20 subscribers.
So we're just trying to make it. We're just trying to make it where we're going, and we appreciate all the love and support. And we know a lot of you guys are out there watching, and you're not subscribing, and it doesn't take much to hit that button right there. So hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit the like button, and we appreciate you. We love you all. Thanks for believing no hype.
Peace. Isn't that what Scott Van Pelt does?
He's trying to get it.
Whatever it was.
It is, but he's trying to do it. Get a shtick like.
He's trying to get a CMB.
Isn't that what Scott Van Pelt? Isn't that what they do?
He's trying to get a
shtick. Isn't that what Van Pelt